my insurance is up as of Tuesday, so I have 3 more days.
There you go.
That is the way to do it.
Well, the reason I didn't ride is because I had to keep my computer open because it was having problems and like re-updating itself. You rebel.
Oh, rebel without a cause.
Ooh, hello everybody.
Oh, right.
Welcome
We live?
to another
We be live.
fantastic Dungeons and Dragons experience. I do hope you're all stoked. What a downer for music. I'm trying to put us to sleep.
Am I blinding the camera?
Well, if you weren't talking like we were on Antique Roadshow. Good evening. Welcome, everybody.
And here we have a lovely vase.
Today on NPR.
And we have an extra special guest today of Baby. Yay, Baby.
Baby dragon. Good
Good night.
Can you come with me?
She's like, what's going on?
I'm out.
That's a box I waved at. And you call me.
Alright, I need to adjust myself here. Gentlemen, Are we ready to begin tonight?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, super
To
dope.
our viewers, as you may notice, there's once again another new face, and as a matter of fact, he has no idea how to play Dungeons and Dragons. So just like last week, or last time we played, I guess, be patient with us as we go through the rules and help him out with his character, as well as our still rather new guy as well. So, yeah, be patient with us, and we hope you enjoy the stream. And with that, we will begin.
3 beers and a light bulb sounds like the beginning of a bad joke. Sounds like a good band name to me.
Shall we begin?
Yes.
Yes. No, my yes.
Then we will start. The sound of their own heartbeats pulse in our heroes' ears as the chaos of the battle finally begins to subside. A splashing sound echoes through the cavern as each hero begins to move around, the floor covered in green ichor from the decapitated body of the broodmother laying next to them, still oozing its wet lifeblood onto the floor. The toll of the battle sets in as every eye scans over to the limp body on the ground, the only one left untaken by the Kruthix, as it is still in close proximity to the party. The body of Ogar, lieutenant to the Black Lion Tribe's chieftain, Bowen Shadowstone, lies motionless, riddled with holes from being pierced by the Kruthix legs, the fearless warrior brought low by the overwhelming numbers of the Kruthix as he attempted to save the life of Phila, one of the 2 remaining females that remain alive from the 5 that had joined you just a few days earlier. Bowen Shadowstone, you feel a sharp pain in your shoulder and hear a loud thud as a rock crashes into your back and hits the ground shortly after. The rest of the party hears the sound of the rock clanging to the ground, and all eyes turn towards the source. Myra stands at the entrance where Ogar had been slain, dark iron longsword in hand, staring at Bowen. You monsters. We came to you for help and you treated us like dogs. What have we done to deserve any of this treatment? Your rude comments about how you use us as meat shields, hardly giving us anything to defend ourselves. The blood of my 3 sisters lay on your head, Bowen Shadowstone. All they did was try to survive. Do you have any idea what sort of lives we came from beforehand to seek the shelter provided by a hag? No, of course you don't. Because none of you except Ogar took the time to find out anything about us. And now he's dead. You have made an enemy of me this day, you and all your companions. If I get out of here alive, I will train endlessly until the day I see all of you, apart from Icky. For he showed me a small kindness in providing me a weapon so that I could kill the broodmother for you. Fall dead on the ground. I will become a shadow in the night, and you will always be looking over your shoulder, never knowing when I will strike until it's too late. Watch yourselves, gentlemen, because you will regret the day you ever met Myra Casbane. And she turns around, and the light spell that she was casting goes out as she disappears. That is where we will begin.
What a bitch.
So much for being a family stream.
Just saying.
Kill her now.
What do you want to do? So currently we have Phila there, Bowen is there, Anagai is there, Okami is also there. However, his eyes appear a bit hazy, as if he's shocked from the carnage that has just befallen his good friend Ogar. Also Icky there with the same look on his face as well, as if almost in shock from what has just occurred.
You see a rock hit me?
Yeah, in the shoulder.
Okay. Am I seriously injured from said rock, or?
No, he's just trying to get your attention.
Oh, it was like a...
She threw the rock at you.
Like, ow! Who throws a rock? Oh, you. Who are you again?
Well, I'm grasping at my chest, saying, I think I need... Actually, no, I'm unconscious.
Yeah. You are unconscious but stable.
Yep, so I'm laying
You're
on the ground
unconscious thinking,
in a pool of my own blood.
And how are you laying?
the stings.
They stabilized me, so I'm probably just like this.
Yep. That's what we do to people who are stabilized.
Are you twitching?
You still
I
hear
don't know,
the
am I?
occasional
Do you put pennies
clicking
over their
and
eyeballs?
skittering sound of the Kruthix. They're still around.
Please save your cleric. He did a good job healing me.
None of us can save you.
I'm kind of not there, so I can't really talk.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
conscious.
You do that.
Okay, so he's unconscious.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Is unconscious the roll for every time
No, he's
you die?
safe now, so he's stable.
He's just unconscious.
You notice the blood has stopped gushing from his body, and he now just kind of lay there breathing heavily.
Okay.
You feel like he's gonna pull through.
You feel it
That's
deep
good.
down
Yeah.
in your guts.
And you don't.
There's at
do
least
you
a
really care that
60%
much?
chance.
Me
wait,
of,
no,
me
that's
of all
a soul.
people? Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I care.
You like me.
I care. I like her.
I'm a
Him.
likable character.
I like him. Didn't like them.
You really didn't.
I better go. I guess I run to Ogar. That's what I probably would do. Yes.
Okay.
Run to Ogar.
Splash through the ichor of the blood on the ground as you come up to Ogar's limp body. He's basically Swiss cheese.
He's just holy.
Yeah. He's a very holy man.
Very holy man.
Dead holy man.
I don't know. I just sit there and stare at him.
Okay. Fila?
Fila's kind of chilling in the back, trying not to be acknowledged too much at the moment.
Chilling. Just chilling in the back.
Yeah.
You notice every once in a while one of the Kruthix starts to get brave and kind of approaches the party and then decides the better of it as it once again looks at the dead broodmother and kind of again skitters off. And you hear as everything quiets down from a distance a yell.
Oh.
Hey! Hello!
What? Did you hear
Somewhere
that?
in the dark in the
Oh, yeah.
cavern, a voice
Dang it.
calls out.
Where? Is there somebody there still?
No. I'm silent. I'm in shock.
Okay, you see Okami's head kind of pick up and look around. He takes a torch out of his bag and lights it and kind of gestures for you guys to stay here and calls Icky over to him with him. And you see Icky again light another light, and Icky flies up into the air and starts kind of searching around, and you see him kind of walking to where he heard the source of the noise. You guys, after a few seconds, you call out, you begin to hear footsteps approaching, and they don't sound like the click of the legs of the Kruthix. They sound more humanoid, booted.
Am I able to do anything?
No, you're currely basically like
incapable of doing anything.
up
Yeah.
against the wall, staked in, both of you.
What's up, homeboys?
You see Okami give you a very weird look. You guys, so they're basically pinned to the wall with the spikes from the Kruthix in their hands, kind of in their sides and stuff like that, along their feet, and just kind of like stuck there, unable to move. Probably food for whenever the kids hatch from their eggs. But yeah, so Okami walks up to that and kind of hails you and says, "Hello, what brings you here? Do you need help?"
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if you got us down from here.
Okay, you're kind of like up on the wall, so he's not really able to by himself help you out. However, you hear him call out for Icky, and he gestures Icky over, and Icky kind of flies up and takes his time, trying to be as gentle as possible, pulling out the spikes on you.
Are they through parts of us or just like
No,
around
they're
us?
like through parts of you,
Oh,
like
cool.
through your arms, through your legs and stuff. So you're not,
Nice.
you guys aren't doing so hot right now. You definitely don't have your full HP that's listed on your game. You're,
Right,
You're
right.
pretty low. Not feeling so hot, a bit bloody. However, he doesn't do very well pulling the spikes out.
Took an odd turn.
Careful!
This took an odd turn.
And you feel a lot of pain.
not expect
However,
this.
you don't lose any more blood, thankfully, from it. He's able to kind of pull ones, and as he sees you kind of about to give way, he wraps his arm around you and kind of pushes back with his wings, and he attempts to fly you down gently, and he's able to do that all right as he sets you on the ground gently and flies back up to the Minotaur and is going to attempt to do the same thing.
Oh, thanks.
Again, he doesn't do a very good job pulling the needles, and it's quite painful as each one removes from your body. He doesn't have to remove quite as many, considering you're a large Minotaur, and he sees your weight beginning to fall and attempts to grab you. However, you weigh way too much, and he's not able to hold your body up, so you fall into the ground and smack and fall unconscious.
Oh, good.
To the ground.
That's me?
That's you.
Because I'm a fatty.
Yep, you're a big old fatty McFat fat.
Big as a, fat as a horse.
You guys have water, I guess? Or...
Water?
I'm a fatty. I gotta go on a diet, man.
Oh, thanks. Except my buddy here, he's not so... Hang on just a second. I think I can help him out. So I'm going to do...
Well, I'm unconscious, so I'm gonna get pizza.
You're about to come back in, though.
I'm going to do healing hands on him.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for that or just do it?
Is it just lay on hands?
Well,
Or healing hands is what
healing hands.
Okay, I think you just roll what you do. So you don't have to roll just however much health you heal.
Okay, once per long rest as an action, touch a creature and restore it 4 hit points.
Oh, there you go. So
So-
4 HP. So you are now conscious at 4 HP. So you can access your D&D Beyond app on your phone there. And see where it says HP. You are actually at 41, so click that there.
But it says 41.
I know.
What am I at
So
right now?
this will take you down 36.
Tree fitty.
Or just type in
37.
37. You'll be at 4 HP.
Whoa, 370. Yeah, that's not what I...
Right. Okay, we're gonna tag that.
So you're at 4 HP. And not feeling so hot.
You with me?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Did you try and catch me? Because it didn't feel like it.
Nope. I just watched you fall. That was a bad plan, wasn't it?
Icky flies down is like, sorry,
what's your face?
You weigh a lot. I couldn't help.
So I look at. Let's see. Who's here? Okami is here.
Okami and Icky.
So I look at Okami as like, so what's your name? Thanks, by the way.
Yeah, he goes and kind of shakes your hand and gives you a little bit of a bow and says, I'm Okami. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you for the bow.
You
I think.
have a very odd voice for your way that you look.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I mean to offend.
Yeah, you did.
I did not catch your name. What is your name?
I am Zariella. Thank you.
Zariella.
Zariella.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes,
And you,
should. It
my
is very nice to meet me.
fierce horn friend.
Me?
Yes.
I'm Rothgar, dude.
Nice to meet you, Rothgar.
Haven't you heard of me?
I cannot say that I have. I
Dude.
apologize.
Everybody's heard of me, man.
He's right. Everybody's heard of him.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
He turns to Icky and is like, Rothgar? And he's just like, no.
Come on, guys. Hurt my
So,
feelings.
We've been out in the wilderness for a long time, though, so that could possibly be why. The news of famous faces does not travel to us, sadly.
Clearly.
But, welcome to our party. if you want, we got a few more guys over here. We got one dude who's unconscious, so if you can heal people, we would really appreciate that.
Well, sure, but we really probably should find somewhere we can all rest because I can't get everybody back to life here.
Oh, I mean, if you just give him a little bit, he can walk. That
All
way,
right,
I don't feel like carrying him.
All right,
I
well,
mean, maybe your horn.
let's-
We could just like stake him on your buddy's horns over there, and he could walk out.
Yeah, let's go find him.
Okay.
So, I will. Let's see. Am I still normally equipped or whatever? Like,
Yeah, they're not smart enough to take your stuff. They
Okay,
just pinned you
I'm
against the
gonna-
wall and left you for food.
I'm gonna reach over and pat Okami on the shoulder, and when I do, I'm gonna cast light on his like shoulder pad because why not?
Cool. Thanks.
Cool. Let's go.
Icky flies up and kind of goes ahead of you guys, and yeah. Do you walk over? Do you follow Rothgar, or do you lead the way? Rothgar seems like the type of guy who would lead the way.
Yeah, man.
Does he even know where we're going?
People heard.
Objection, leading the witness.
He's new. I'm trying to help him out here.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just kind of staring around. You guys ran off, so I figured I had to run up in front.
Okay. So you go to the only source of light in this cavern besides yourselves, and you're able to find this guy leaning over a dead orc, a lady who's just kind of like playing whack-a-mole with an egg, just kind of like behind an egg, out of the egg, kind of looking around what's going on.
Wait, is she in the egg?
It's hard to tell from the angle that you're at. It could be behind an egg,
It's
could
a
be
big.
in the
It's
egg.
a big egg, but yes.
Because I got some pretty big hooves. Are you awake yet?
And an unconscious person on the ground.
Okay. All right.
You don't even.
So who am I supposed to help? Because he looks dead and he looks dead.
Do you have anything to bring him back to life?
One of them's okay.
He
no,
is dead.
no. I don't do bringing dead things back to life or making them life or whatever. Yeah, no, I don't do that.
You think
But
I would?
mostly dead, I can work with that.
Well, I believe
I'm not dead yet.
this
I'm getting better.
gentleman is mostly dead. So if you could help him out. it would
All
be-
right.
Look at you who knows so much.
What have I got? Yeah, right.
It's gotta be alive.
All right. I guess I will do lay on hands on that guy. Is that considered a spell then? Have to.
It's
No,
just you get it
just an
once.
action.
It's just like a pool of health.
Yep,
So you can give
20.
him as much as you want.
20. Okay.
You don't have to give him
Come
all
on.
20. If
I
you
can only
don't.
be so
Right,
funny.
Let's go ahead and give him 10.
All right. You wake up to a face that you don't recognize standing over you, touching you.
Oh, okay. What did you do?
Yep, he was only mostly dead. That's good.
What happened? Did anybody see what happened?
Well, you were playing pincushion, and you were the cushion, so
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
My everything hurts.
pretty darn. But hey, you're back on your feet a little bit, I guess, right? What do you
Yeah.
do? You bonk stuff, or you heal stuff, or you throw fire?
I like to heal stuff, but usually
You
I'm
suck
the first
at
one
it.
to go down. No, I saved a couple. Did I save a couple? What is going on here? Why can't I see? Why is there a light moving around over there?
Well, from what I could see over there, from the lovely vantage point on the wall, you guys kind of brought justice to this little cavern, and my job's done. So let's get out of here.
Oh, okay. Where is everyone? Like the people that I was here with. I just see you, right?
No, everybody else is kind of around you in the
Oh, okay.
general area.
Never mind.
The
I
only
take back what I
person
said,
who
I
you don't see Myra,
Okay.
so she's gone. And
I'm assuming she's probably.
you
dead.
may not see Phila. I'll leave that up to Phila.
Yeah. There was a reason why we were down here. Where did that reason go?
It's probably to meet me.
Yep,
Hey, wait, who are you?
you were
Dude,
here.
I'm Rothgar, the bald minotaur. I'm the other light you're seeing in here. It's reflecting off my
I was
head.
wondering where that was coming from.
You heard me, right?
Yeah.
Phila runs
Cool.
out of hiding
Yeah,
and is like,
I've heard of
"The
Rothgar."
Rothgar?
What's your favorite Rothgar story?
The Rothgar.
It's alright. I'll have to give you a minute to think. I know there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You can work on that.
Give me a little bit. Probably the ones that of you swimming in the ocean.
Yeah. Yep.
I've heard of those ones. Okay, well, let's go.
Okami kind of walks up to Bowen and kind of kneels down next to him and puts a hand on his shoulder as just like a kind gesture.
I look at him, then I just look back at the body. I assume his eyes are open.
Yes.
Yeah, close them.
Okay. Would you desire to carry him out of here for a proper burial?
Could I possibly pick his ass up?
I'm sure.
You can
We
throw him
could
over
as a
my
team.
back.
Could I? Could
Throw him
I?
over my back. We'll get him out of here.
Rothgar's strong.
Maybe all of us could.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
I'm not interested in helping with that.
As this may have kind of possibly been my fault, I'll help out with that.
Alright.
Yeah, what
So-
were you guys in here other than obviously being sent by the divine to rescue me because he needs me? But whatever. What were you guys doing down here?
Right now, I'm kneeling over Ogar, and I'm putting my hand just above his chest, and I'm whispering things, and rain is coming out of my hands.
Is it
Oh, he's
chocolate rain?
Chocolate rain.
I whack his hand away and say, "Stop it!"
Yeah, no, but seriously, he's good. That's proper healing magic. That's cool.
Okay.
Then I just kind of stand up and I say, that's how us Genesis say goodbye. This is how we say goodbye in German. Okay. It just popped into my head. Okay. So, I still hear things in this cave, so I think we probably better go. Otherwise, we're going to, unfortunately, suffer the same fate as our unfortunate friend on the ground here.
So, does anybody know the way out? Do I remember the way out?
Well,
You
we
kind
came
of
in-
got drugged down here.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
We
came
know-
in from a hole.
We
over
know the way
here.
we came out.
Yeah,
it
we
ain't gonna
came
be
in-
easy for you guys.
We came in from a hole this way, and so I start walking.
Well, I came in all the way over on the other side, though.
That worked out
It
not
may
so
be-
great. So how about we do something else?
Wait,
Wait. There's another side?
Rothgar can climb.
This is a giant
From a
cavern.
According to some of
Like
the stories,
hundreds
I've
of
heard.
feet tall,
Right.
hundreds of feet
Some of those
around.
climbing stories.
So what I'm saying is maybe that other side of the mountain we're trying to get to, I think we got to and from wherever he's coming. Just saying.
With all this time that you're wasting,
Yeah,
you guys have noticed that a few Kruthiks have gone down that cavern that you guys entered to chase after Myra as she left.
Let's whatever way is the fastest way. Let's go that way right now.
okay. They're going that way. I don't want to go that way. So let's go the opposite way that they're going.
Okay,
Okay.
Or maybe
this sounds like
we
a
should
bad idea.
follow them.
No.
Shut up, Fila.
Why does everybody dislike Fila? I'm getting this sense.
Did I witnessed that, didn't I? No, I didn't.
Witness what?
Her going into the hole. I
Nope,
don't really
nobody
know.
witnessed that. So as far as anybody knows, she got captured and brought down here.
Okay, so let's. I'm going the way we came in. Let's go this way. And so I lead them to the opening of the area that we came in.
I let him.
Okay.
So. Okay.
All right, squishies in the back, and I march towards the front.
Okay. Go.
What
Let's
are
go.
you
Let's
exactly?
trek up this thing.
Paladin.
So we start trekking up.
Okay, you're going out the
like
way that you
human,
came
or-
in.
Yep.
Okay. You
I am. I
guys
don't want to.
Azamar?
walk. After a little while,
think,
start to hear
demigod.
the clicking and
But
the
still
familiar
very
sounds of
mortal.
Kruthiks
Sort of
up ahead of you.
angelic sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Up ahead of us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I said they went down this tunnel chasing Myra.
You
Oh,
misunderstood.
Yeah, I misunderstood. I wanted to go the
Listen to
opposite
me.
direction. What?
You accidentally listened to me.
No, I don't want to listen to her. Okay, I turn around. And
No.
Okay.
Okay, misunderstanding. Yeah, Myra ran down the tunnel that you guys all came in,
Okay.
and then
And
Okay.
you saw Kruthiks chasing after her. After
do we
a
know
while.
how
Okay.
many?
I'm going.
4 or 5 of the big ones
Yeah,
so far.
let's not go that way.
I'm going to look around the area, see if I can figure out where, like, they're not going. Or
Okay.
can I just look around and see if I see anything?
It's huge and dark in here, so you're gonna have to actually walk around because your torchlight and your light spells don't cast enough light. to
Okay.
see anything.
I'm gonna try to find a wall and kind of follow.
I got it, man. I'm faster. Hop on.
Awesome. I like this guy. And I jump on his back.
right, strength check. See if you can carry him around. So you're +4 for strength. So roll the d20 and add 4.
5.
21.
Yeah, you're good.
Bam!
He starts
I'm like, are you even on?
bull rushing around. Rothgar style. As the tales of old about Rothgar.
I regale the tale of Rothgar. I start singing the tale as he's carrying me.
You're not a bard. Stop it.
Okay. Anyways,
So you guys look around. Everybody give me an investigation check.
Okay, purple or black?
Investigation.
Oh, right over your head.
Investigation is.
So it's one of your skills. So if you open your phone there,
There you go.
and then go to click that little thing there. Yep, go to skills.
Oh.
Scroll down, and it should be INV. So right there. So +1. So you add to that. So you rolled 16 + 1 would be 17. So that's where you find a lot of those skills. So if I told you to roll athletics or anything like that, that's what a lot of it.
Okay.
You got a good one.
0.
Your investigation.
I'm a
Minus
minus
Alright.
2.
minus 1, so you got
How'd you
18.
get a 0?
Who is above 10? Okay. Is there anybody above 20? Oh, I need to roll for Okami and Aiki.
Dude,
They're actually here.
Oh, that one's got-
It's like they're here with us.
No, but
They're just kind of, they're in shock. They're dazed, confused. Not really sure what's going on, so they don't really do much. For those over 10, you are able to find, as you're kind of clamoring around, just kind of over where you found them, you find 15 gold on the ground that you guys can kind of fight over. Money. 2 long swords and 1 leather armor set that has currently on a corpse, and I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to remove said leather armor corpse. It's also where the 2 long swords are, but his hands are no longer clutching those swords.
What state is the corpse in?
It's basically like skeletons with a little bit of meat left.
that smells awesome, I'm sure.
I have no use
But
for
I
swords.
am completely oblivious with my 2.
Yeah, you have no idea. You're just following along.
I'm
for
just
the
like
ride.
around, walking around, checking stuff
I'm like,
out.
oh, this cave, now that I'm free, it's kind of pretty. Like, the stalactites are nice. There's cool formations.
I cast light on 2 or 3 of the eggs as we walk around, just because.
It creates a nice ambiance. Like, if you were to open, like, a cavernous hotel down here, you could probably get some visitors and
It's
stuff.
almost like, what do you call it? Winter solstice.
Yeah. And you guys do find plenty of exits. Like, buku exits. Like, there's holes all out of this place, and there's holes up on the ceiling that you can't even reach.
Boy, it'd be nice if I had nature or survival as a good thing.
There's holes galore.
Okay.
Well, who's the best ranger in this group?
I don't think we have any
Nobody.
rangers.
None of them
We're all a bunch of
appear
nerds.
They're all
to
dead.
be, like, man-made or anything, though. They all appear made by these Kruthiks.
Great.
I have a sense passive investigation.
Yeah,
Is that
so
helpful?
your passive abilities are when somebody's trying to, like, roll against you,
Oh.
and you're not specifically looking for them. So,
Okay.
like, when Myra comes back to kill you guys and she's being super sneaky or stealthy, she will
With
be
her
fighting
dark
a passive
iron
perception.
great sword.
Yeah.
She's like the bane of our existence now.
Probably
yeah.
shouldn't
Alright.
even lift it. It's heavy.
Apparently she can.
She was mad.
She was
me.
She was mad.
She will PF.
So
Alright.
She was Myra Miad.
Oh, let's
Very.
just
Let's just pick one.
let's just
No.
make it
Like, I wanna
make it the
get out of
complete
here.
opposite hole of the one we came in. Let's
Alright,
just go
so
that
full
way.
180 on the other side
Yep.
and go for it.
That way.
All right, let's
And
find
hopefully
this.
it goes up. 'Cause if it goes down, I'll be upset.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Well, let's
go,
start
guys.
down it, and if it goes up, let's go up, and if it goes down, then we turn around.
You don't want to hang out with fire giants?
Hell no. Let's just go
What?
down.
You don't want to hang out with fire giants?
Yes.
I got it covered, guys.
Yeah, we're with Rothgar.
Alright,
Everything's
it's many a tale
okay.
of fighting fire giants.
With his 4 health.
All right, let's go, Rothgar. Yeah.
God. That's racist.
You'll lead the way.
All right.
right, let's
I
go.
feel like Monty Python.
You actually do have hooves, so
I know, that's
you
what-
need to get some
Oh,
hooves.
you're a Minotaur barbarian. There should be like metal music playing.
All right, man, it's uphill. Oh, wait a second, it just turned downhill a little bit.
You guys, for the most part, it has its loops and turns. It's obviously made by a creature, not by a person. It's designed as it sensed lighter dirt, it would cut that way. But overall, the trail does begin to start going up.
How long do we walk?
How long do you guys want to walk?
Forever.
Well,
I trot.
I'm not
so-
walking.
Are any
I'm in pain.
is we don't have, I don't remember races for everybody.
Human.
Does anyone like we don't have an elf who can like keep watch and rest at the same time?
You'd have to ask.
Oh yeah, we
Are any
do.
of you all able to like rest and keep watch at the same time?
There is an elf here, Solnar, who I forgot about. But yeah, he's totally here too.
He's totally here.
But he's actually turned
So-
into a rat and is just like chilling on
Oh,
your
that's
shoulder.
right.
Just chilling there.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like walking.
He's on my
Kind of
shoulder.
checked
I'm on your
out.
shoulder.
So do I even know that it's Solnar?
It just looks
or
like
it's
he
just
has
a
a
rat?
pet rat.
So what's with the rat, dude?
Oh, yeah. This is Solnar. Solnar, say hi to everybody. He just kind of goes like this.
Hi, Solnar. How long have you had Solnar?
Squeak.
What does he eat? Do you feed him like grain and stuff? You
No,
pick it up on-
no. Solnar's he's
Wait, is he one of those like shapeshifter guy things?
yes. I forgot what he is. What is his
druid?
Druid? Yes, he's actually an elf druid. He's just in the shape
He's an
of a rat right now.
All right, so here's what I suggest. We walk down this path for like a couple hours, and if we don't find anything, then we kind of like take a short rest while Solnar dude meditates and watches.
Short rests, you're not actually like sleeping. You
Okay.
just don't have to be doing anything. Long rests is when everybody goes to sleep. And it's been...
Then we take a long
It's
rest.
getting quite late because, as you remember, you guys had made camp in the evening time when Philo went to go hunting, and then you guys went into... So it is
So yeah, I
quite
suggest we
late
do
by
a
now.
couple
Although
hours.
you probably have no idea of time frame right now because you've been down in this place for
right,
a bit.
for a while.
For a bit.
So yeah, that's what I suggest we do. We take a walk, get a couple hours down the path, then we take a rest because we have no idea where we're going.
Okay, I'm comfortable with that if I don't see anything for a long period of time.
Right. Agreed.
Those
Agreed.
things move quickly and they could be on us within seconds. So
Right.
I don't know if I'm comfortable sleeping here.
Cool.
Yeah, napping in a Kruthic tunnel is not...
Your thing.
Never had a thing for that. But
Well, like I said, let's just give it a couple hours. We can go a couple
yeah,
hours,
we're all
right?
pretty
Okay.
bloody.
Yeah.
Let's go. We may not have a choice here in a while, so let's.
All right.
Rothgar.
So you guys do, as you're walking, feel the occasional rumble. However, nothing ever comes to fruition to a Kruthic actually revealing itself.
Good.
They seem to be all... You feel it coming from behind you and going forward, kind of in the direction of your traveling. Kind of as if they're going away from that den that you have located.
Last thing I wanted was a Kruthic to expose himself to me.
So,
Wait a minute.
Cherry on this cake.
you walk for about 2 hours. It's pitch black. You feel like you're making way, but you're not sure. This could dead end at any point. You haven't, unlike the other hole that you guys ran into the cavern, which occasionally like went out and then went back in, and then went out and went back in. This one has just been underground the entire time. If you had to guess, you're kind of going into the heart of the mount.
Right.
See what he did there?
Is it getting warm?
No, it's not really warm.
Okay, so the temperature's not changing.
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's been a couple hours.
Yep. And it doesn't really look like this is going to end anytime soon.
No.
How long did we walk to get into where we were again?
Well, I don't know. Let me check my watch.
I don't know how long did we
You
walk?
guys got drug into there.
How?
We didn't run for very long until we came into the big cavern.
You ran for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, so we were fairly close to to the outside of where we were. It looks like I think we're going in deeper.
Let's take a rest.
Yeah.
So
We
I
should
think we're
probably
going
take
to
a
come up
rest.
on something anytime soon. We may want to prepare ourselves.
I agree.
Okay. So, Solnar, how are you at taking watch?
Squeak.
Squeak, squeak, squeakum, squeak, squeaker.
Squeak or something.
Sorry. Squeak, squeakity, squeak. Okay, so Solnar's going to take watch while he meditates.
Alright, before I sleep, I do detect good and evil. Where is that?
Show off.
Shut up.
His tunnel's only about
trying.
5-ish feet, so you're kind of like curled over. Everybody else is kind of hunched over, so you can basically like sleep in a line. Would kind of be like the position. That you
Oh,
have
divine
to go in.
sense.
Oh, sleep
That's
in a
what it
line.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Divine sense. That's not going to help me or anything.
Do we do anything on here for that?
Can sense
For
anything
sleeping?
affected by
Yeah.
the hollow spell
No, it's
or
all
no
on
location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total. That's cool. Yeah, that's
Right here.
useless. Forget
Yeah.
it.
Push on your
Cool.
character.
All right.
and you push
Long
them.
rest.
But you
So,
have to wait till the
Solnar-
guy says you can do it.
Changes out of rat form and kind of looks around and is like, "Who's gonna take second watch?"
You?
One of you, I assume.
Yeah, Okami speaks up. It's like, "Yeah, I got it." And then who's gonna take the last watch?
I'll do it.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I need my beauty sleep, man.
Yeah.
I've got a hole.
Thanks for hauling
right
me around,
here.
Rothgar.
And
You guys
another
didn't
one
finish pulling
right
out of
here.
those spikes. There's still quite a few left in you. as well.
Right. I
So-
never quite got how that worked out.
Mm.
Long rest and I'm fine.
You're fine, but you just got like these cool spikes growing out of you now.
Growing
But
out of me.
inverted.
Can I
Like-
like pull them out and then sleep and be okay?
Yeah, you could spend a little while with it with a set of tweezers, kind of pulling everything out. Very large
Okay.
tongs, salad tongs.
So,
basically.
Because I have those in my
Well, if you
backpack.
pull them
right?
out, you'll bleed to death. That's science.
Then you just go to sleep and you're all right.
Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm already
Um,
asleep.
Am I whole?
You will be after the end of a long rest.
Okay.
All right,
So you
yeah,
guys gotta
just
make
long
a
rest.
Yeah, I want
We
to
haven't
get
met
some
that
sleep,
special
man.
someone yet, but
I'm not quite whole yet.
So yeah, you guys go to sleep.
Long rest. Well,
Not yet.
The first watch passes. And the second watch passes. And the third. Fourth. You guys don't know how long you've been sleeping when you wake up. However, you do notice that you never got woken up by anybody. And
hell, man.
Solnar, Okami, and Icky aren't there. As a matter of fact, you don't remember who they are. You've never been traveling with anybody by those names.
I cannot wait to find out what convenient thing you've made up to have this work.
They've never been here with you. You guys just all decided that if something was going to happen, you guys would just have to deal with it. And that watches weren't that important because you needed to get some rest because you were all pretty messed up.
Yawn.
So I wake up and I just jump up and I'm like, oh man, I feel so good right now.
Yeah, but in hindsight, we were very irresponsible last night.
Knowles.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't know. We just like, you know what? Screw it, and went to sleep. It was very weird.
Guys, it's a fact in nature that minotaurs need at least 5 hours more sleep than everybody else.
Okay.
I'm gonna go rest for a little while longer.
Okay.
Long sigh.
I'm
Okay, so
well, while they're doing that, I'm gonna like try to pull out a couple of the spikes.
No, you just pulled them out last night.
Oh, I did. Okay,
Yeah,
I did. So
you
we
didn't need
did that.
anything. You're good. You
Okay.
de-spiked yourself.
okay.
Rothgar, are you leaving them in? It's like battle scars? Or are you going to take those spikes out?
I'm
too?
sleeping right now for a little more.
Well, before you guys went to bed last night, did you de-spike yourself?
Yeah?
Cool.
You gonna sleep with those
Spikes.
spikes in? No way!
No, it could be some accoutrements to your awesomeness.
No, I made a cot out of them and slept on it.
Nice.
Isn't there a long rest button on here somewhere I can just reset?
Yeah,
to
If
life?
you
there
click
is,
HP, I
but
believe.
I noticed that it didn't reset my spells or anything.
Should have.
No.
Should've.
I can modify it all, but there's no long rest option.
Long rest.
Yeah, there is.
Reset.
Push on the top left, your
On the
character.
portrait.
On your
Okay.
portrait.
Ah, there
It
she
says
is.
long rest.
Gotcha.
Then you have to confirm quickly because it doesn't.
Yeah, you have like 3 seconds.
Reset and long
Oh,
rest.
okay. Yeah, cool.
There you go.
Anyway, done. Yeah, that was easy. Anyway.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I see what's happening.
So
Oh.
Cool.
I kind of
Long
speak
rest.
up and I say, so
Gotcha.
while Rothgar's resting, what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna keep
Well,
going on the directory we're going?
Well, I'm not resting anymore. Nobody can get any sleep with you all talking so much.
Hey,
Jeez.
Rothgar's awake.
Yeah.
All right, get up, man. Let's get going here. You don't have to carry me.
And I
anymore.
was
I'm
just
already-
gonna get out my cards. Oh. All right, fine. We can go. Yep. Well, wait. How long did you guys take to get to where we were?
About 10 minutes. We
And
ran down for about 10 minutes.
now we've been walking for 2 hours. What do you say to turn around and going back?
I say we've come too far.
There are bad memories that way.
Yeah, I think we should probably stay on the heading we're going right now.
Oh, okay.
As much as I don't want
'Cause,
to go back and
you
see
know-
all those guys again.
Well, all right. Fine. Whatever. All right. Okay. I reach over and shoot.
Who?
Are you carrying around a
Who'd you
staff
shoot?
or something?
Who do you
Like, do you have a? I don't know. Do you have like a?
No, I have a. What do I have?
You have a club.
You have a
Let
club.
me look at my.
hit them with the club?
What are you? What kind of weapon are you carrying? Can I see that thing?
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull out my.
That's right.
Excuse me,
Just
while
give
I
that stranger
reach
your only
that.
means of
Search his
defense.
database.
Do that.
Okay, I've got my crossbow and a mace strapped to my back.
Okay. I'll grab your mace, cast light on it, and like, all right, let's go.
Okay, you can hold it.
Nope.
It's heavy, man.
Can I see your crossbow for a minute?
No.
Come on. Just let me see it for a second.
Just keep going.
Let me see your crossbow.
Gosh dang it! And I throw my crossbow.
I cast light on it and get back to you.
I throw it on my back and then just like, let's go.
Oh,
let's
you're
go.
pretty cool too.
Right?
So I'm lit up like a Christmas tree, and I'm walking,
Now everybody.
following. the
I
scenery.
whispered to everyone, "Stay back."
That's it. Then I drench him in meat. Okay. Can we get walking? Let's get
Do
walking.
you cover him in some
No, I
That would be
manicure
funny.
steaks?
That would be hilarious.
Spam.
Yeah.
Here, hold these.
Alright, you guys walk for a while. It doesn't seem like anything's changing. However, after about another couple hours, you notice a scent in the air. Begins to smell of the best you could describe it would be
I think I heard a whoosh.
feces.
Oh,
We
great.
really are going the wrong way.
Just reeks of feces.
It smells like a turtle.
No, not necessarily
So-
a toilet.
While we're
Not like the outhouse feces smell, like the freshly manured field feces smell.
So while we're walking, I
Feces is poop. For
I
you guys
ask.
that-
Let's see. So the
Duker.
people who are left is these three, right?
4.
Uh,
There's 4.
well, I mean that we're with the other group, not
Right.
with us.
You don't remember who.
Right.
You were never with anybody else.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I know these three are here, and I remember them. That's it. Whatever.
These are the
Okay.
only people here
Okay.
that have ever been here.
So
and
while
ever
we're
will be
walking,
here.
I'll start talking with Fila, and I'll ask them, hey, Fila, wait, what are you guys doing out here? It's not normal for people to hang out here.
Okay, how you doing?
I think we just wanted to chill underground because underground.
Okay, hey Bowen, what were you guys doing out here? He's saying he just wanted to hang out underground.
Well, she.
She.
Jeez,
No, she's the
All of you
ugliest
have
woman I've ever
noticed
seen.
that this is also a very a feminine-looking thing, but has a very manly voice. By the way. Like,
Right.
definitely a girl, definitely a man's voice. Just to make that note, because he hasn't made that explicit yet.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, my character is very obviously female, but very obviously has a man's voice, and like acts a little bit like.
Do you have a wig you could wear for some visual aids?
It's like a gender thing, or no?
Borrow some.
You like a really good track guy in the '80s, or
Sorry, are you asking me a question? Seriously, what are you guys doing out here?
I
Are you guys
I don't know.
coming?
No.
Way up in front with all this lighting stuff on it. I'm like, where did you go?
It's too hard for me to explain right
All right. And so I hurry up and walk up to next to, what's your
Anna guy.
Anna guy.
Just call me guy.
Hey, so Anna guy, like, what are you guys doing out here?
What are we doing out here?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh, we were following a menagerie from blah blah location, and I say the location perfectly. We followed them from there to blah
No,
blah.
you don't. Where was it?
It was the citadel of.
You gotta take notes, man.
I did. My notes ran away. I don't know where they went.
I don't think I wrote that.
They were
down.
in with my tablet, but my wife probably moved it.
Hrothgar rudely interrupts and starts telling his courageous tale of how he separately entered into the cave, seeking a battle with the most fearsome, evil person in the world. And then he lost. But he didn't say that. He said he saved somebody else. He dove in front, and that is how he was captured. Distracting and creating a time space for him to come up with the answer. But obnoxiously taking over the show again because he is, as we all know,
Hrothgar.
Hrothgar. He is well known.
Hrothgar. The
Well
lighting.
known.
Oh, hi, Hrothgar. Well, you know your story, and I'm not evil, thank you. Well, so, where, who cares? Menagerie, castle.
Yes, we followed the
What are you
menagerie.
out here doing? Like, are you looking for something? Are you looking for someone? Are you here to kill somebody? Are you, like, searching for Hrothgar here, because he's so famous?
Definitely
No.
Hrothgar.
You found me.
Yeah.
Hrothgar.
Good job.
Hrothgar
Take us home.
is definitely one of the main things we didn't know we were looking for.
Didn't know
But
that.
But I'm very glad we found it.
yeah, we're very glad we found him. But we were following
No tienes una lápiz.
a menagerie of necromancers
Did you
and
pick, sir?
that had taken hostage the families of Ogar, the recently deceased Ogar.
Oh, right, the
Um,
orc guy.
You
Yeah.
guys have a razor.
Yeah.
Not just Ogar.
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 Ogar. And
Thank you,
we-
Hrothgar.
we followed them to
There's a
the
shark
cave
in
in this
I'll find
mountain.
it.
But the cave was being
Yeah.
guarded by several stone golems. So
Oh, dear.
we decided that we would take the high road and go up and see if we could come in another way. And we ended up at the top of the mountain. We were going to camp, but something happened that
You were at the top of the mountain.
we were close. Oh yeah, we were up there.
We saw it a long way.
by the way.
Yeah.
And then something happened, and we were just kind of being herded by our group down the holes that brought us in here. So we're
Oh,
So
so
it's
you
not
guys
a-
are actually trying to
yeah,
get.
it's not a
into
bad
the
thing that
mountain.
we're actually coming down into the mountain.
Okay,
because we may
okay,
actually
and-
find this menagerie that we're looking for.
Of the necromancers.
Yes.
Well, this sounds like a holy mission. I think I'll join your team.
Sweet man, thanks.
You
Don't mind the pony.
It looks more like a
Zariella.
Full disclosure, the only time I've ever heard the word menagerie
It's a
is in
combination of
Aladdin.
first names.
menagerie.
My wife said yeah.
It's like a traveling troupe of animals, basically.
It's like a circus,
Good
Kind of,
right? Yeah,
but with
Okay.
animals.
like a petting zoo, but not quite so petty.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The menagerie in Aladdin.
Yeah. It's when Iago is... Yes.
There you go.
What was your
Oh,
race?
yeah. You know what he was talking about?
Sorry, that was like
Yeah, AAS. It looks like acid.
that's
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
That's all my character is.
There's two A's
A
at the
bunch of
front.
little rabbit trails.
We're just gonna figure this out as I go.
Yeah, that's AAS.
But I make this look good.
That's
right.
okay.
That's right.
Awesome.
Right.
Okay,
Just think demigod.
let's bring it back. Where are we going? What's going on?
High rock.
We're
Start to
going.
smell.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Poop stink.
Poop stink.
Wait, who's rough?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry,
A little
guys.
fertilizer back there.
I see what you did there.
Oh, whoa, hey.
Well, so yeah, that stinks.
Well, it's something changing, so I say we go that way.
Is it almost
There's only
musky?
one way to go.
Right.
Well, there's two ways to go. You
Oh.
can turn around.
Is it musty?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's just smells like
Teen spirit.
smells like feces. It's the best way to describe it.
Must be a dragon. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Just
agreed.
reeks of feces.
We're not going back at this
And you
point.
notice now there is kind of a slight wind in the air. Like things are moving. It's not as still as it was deep down below.
I'm trying to see if
Dragon's
I
breath. Damn.
Dragon's breath. Oh no, it's the dragons of poop.
Yo.
The brown dragons.
Brown dragons. Oh,
The worst ones.
I would rather be dead by 1,000 other
Their
dragons.
poop breath.
The poop dragons.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody.
Okay.
March.
You
I
guys
say march.
continue on.
Keep going.
It keeps getting worse.
Hey,
Oh.
where'd you go?
Don't forget Rothgar.
I was getting some mushrooms.
Keeps getting worse.
Wonderful. Not the silly kind. Come on.
It gets to the point where I would like everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yikes.
It
All right.
stinks that bad.
Stinks that bad.
My goodness.
Nat
Which one?
20. I'm rolling with that
D20,
dice from
yes.
now on.
Bam!
And then the saving
Oh, yeah, is
throw
our
area
dice
that I
camera
showed
on?
you earlier, find that and then add.
Boom.
Because I
Right
got
there.
Boom. Read it.
Oh,
Don't
So
read it.
Constitution, so plus 4.
There it is.
So 15.
There's a 20.
Hey, who got less than a 10?
See what my constitution is.
Okay.
Ability saves and senses.
Okay, good call.
Less than a 10.
Okay, I'm good.
Anybody?
Nope.
Okay. Fila.
Oh, I
Fila.
thought he did.
You vomit
Perfect. Feeling.
all over the place. And you take
You're fired.
1 damage as you feel sick to your
good.
stomach.
Oh man, the turds are killing me.
And while you are in this smell, you will have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh,
perfect.
Snap.
This is
You
ridiculous.
can't handle it.
What kind of poop is this?
It's
And you guys
stinky poop.
finally notice that the walls kind of around you drop out. They're not there anymore. The floor's still there,
So
but
kind
you
of.
are
Wait, the
now
floor didn't drop
exited
out?
the cavern or the tunnel that
The
you
tunnel
were in
has
and
expanded,
entered
gotten
a
larger.
cavern. Yes.
This is no cave.
And you look around and you see in oddly straight lines large mounds of dirt or something, and large amounts of, once again in straight lines, mushrooms growing on those mounds.
I told you the mushrooms were good, guys.
So mounds of dirt,
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Yeah. If you had to guess, this appears to be some sort of worked plot of land where they are specifically growing mushrooms.
Wait, we're still in the cavern, though,
You're
right?
still in a large cavern, though. You're underground.
Is there
So were you guys
lighting?
looking for the Mushroom Kingdom? Because I think we found it.
Oh, I just stepped on Toad.
Besides your guys' light.
Yeah.
But there's like mound and then like a couple of feet of space. And the mounds are probably like 10 feet tall. Like a 10-foot diameter semicircle.
I'd like to take a look at one of these mounds and just kind of see what I can figure out about, like, what's it like? Is it just regular dirt?
Oh,
Is
it's
that
just
actually
straight
poop?
duker.
Okay.
Just your hands as you dig in, and
Why would you do
you
that?
pull them out, and just feces all
Great.
over it.
Rothgar,
Roll.
disgusted,
I hate it
runs
when
away.
this happens. Hey, Fila, come here.
I'm like,
Stands in
already
the corner.
Puking.
kind of like, can we get out of here?
However, with your earlier saving throw, you are not disgusted by it at all.
Totally.
You're like rubbing it in your fingers, kind of licking it to try the texture, figuring
Exfoliating.
out
Rubbing it in.
exactly what's going on. It doesn't bother you.
This is really great for my hands. I
yeah,
can tell.
it's an excellent.
I was looking
moisturizer.
for some moisturizer.
The oils in this species is just
The
prime.
best.
Just prime.
Little voice still up. Oh.
The mushrooms are at the top of these mounds.
They're kind of like in straight lines as they kind of go up in the semicircle, not just at the top.
Interesting. I like to investigate these mushrooms.
Okay.
Yep. I joined him.
Dude, I already did. They were good.
What are you gonna do with the mushroom?
I don't know. Just kind of try to identify it, I guess.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
I already know
Or are you
this.
gonna touch the mushroom? I'll ask
One.
that. Keep that roll.
That doesn't matter.
You're like,
As
I'm
you
gonna.
investigate, you fall.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
eats it,
You-
it's poisonous.
You forget where you're at for a little bit, and you stumble over a large rock in the ground, and you just up to your waist, except not from feet, from head. You just kind of stick it there, and your legs are kind of kicking out the top,
My bad.
Okay.
and you're stuck there. You can't really get out.
I'd just take a deep breath and die.
Rothgar is still hiding in the corner because it stinks so bad. They're playing in poop like a
All right,
2-year-old.
is anybody gonna help him
kick my
out?
feet.
So,
Not
so
me.
he's stuck in a
I
mountain.
kick-
Squirming.
Kick
He's
my
just
feet.
squirming.
Is he stuck in the top?
He kind of like went
Dove
in
in.
and kind of like lost his feet in a ridiculous fashion, did like a front
Right.
flip, but didn't lose any ground, and then it's kind of torpedoed into the pile of Duker.
Well, since this doesn't apparently bother me whatsoever, I'll just like, are his feet sticking out?
Yeah,
I'll
he's
grab his
kicking.
feet and try to pull him out.
Give me a strength check to pull him out.
This is what you see.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
You got this, man. It's all you.
This is not a good one.
Yeah.
9.
Okay, you start yanking on it, and it starts to make that sucking noise. You know that it makes when there's something stuck in something.
Like when you put your fist in mayonnaise. You know that's.
However, you don't get that satisfying pop of him actually plopping out, though.
So I come running over
you
and
see,
I come to
okay,
help.
you're gonna assist. So here, I'll let you roll again, but roll with advantage this time. So roll twice.
14 plus.
All right, yeah. You,
Three.
with your assistance, you're able to. And he comes popping out,
Well, now what did you do that for?
and you set him back on his feet as you are discovered now.
I don't.
Man, you need a shower.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Anybody else gonna do anything? Investigate the mushrooms?
I'm good.
I'm gonna stay over here in the corner where it doesn't stink as bad.
Oh, it
Hey,
stinks.
where's Rothgar?
This
Rothgar!
the whole
We're
area
moving, let's
stinks.
go.
There's
Well,
no
away
sleeping
from
in
them who are touching it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, keep going.
So you guys continue to march
Keep
on.
trekking
This
on,
is a
brothers
very
and sisters.
large cavern. Like this is a substantial growing operation here of mushrooms. However, you do eventually get to the other side, and you notice a subtle change in the way that this earth is actually worked. It's clearly no longer a Kruthic hole. It has a flat bottom and a nice circular top, albeit small still, only about 5.5 feet tall. So many of you still have to kind of hunch over quite a lot, but you're able to still walk through, and but it appears more man-made, as if you're walking into something not made by Kruthics for the first time.
Oh, good. This is good news, even though it does smell like
Poo.
It doesn't appear like it's not fancy. It's definitely not dwarven or anything like that. Like it's just humble cave digging, basically humble mining, whatever took place here.
Can I do some investigation?
Sure, you
Look
can
around and see if I
investigate
see
away.
anything.
Investigate the tunnel.
See anything interesting? No, that's probably not good.
It's a tunnel. It's flat, like I said. I mean, besides the obvious thing, that's all you notice. There's no like designs on the walls or anything like that. It's just A tunnel.
So there are walls, though they're just way out there now. We can sort
Well, now
of.
that you've gone past that cavern now and have gone towards the other side now. So it's now once again just a tunnel.
Okay.
But it's
I,
clearly been cut.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I take a big old bunch of chocolate cake out of my hair,
Yeah.
cast light on it, and throw it all the way
Okay.
as far as I can down the tunnel.
Okay. You
Nice.
hear all as it sticks, and you notice that there's some railing on the ground now as it gets further down. Not right at the entrance,
How high
but
is
there
the railing?
appears to
Railing.
be like 2 inches. There's 2 of them, kind of about two and a half feet apart,
Like for a cart.
something like that.
I have no name.
Hey, you guys seen this?
Seeing what?
Those rails, baby.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're in the right spot. This is what we were looking for, guys. Just to let you know.
We just need to get out of poop tunnel. I'm not
Yeah, let's
feeling
get out of poop
What were
tunnel.
we looking for? What were
Feela's
you
not
looking
feeling
for?
the poop.
Rails.
Rails.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're on some rails now.
Let's follow the rails.
Okay.
Let's ride the rails.
You follow the rails. After maybe about 20 feet after where you threw
Whatever
that
we
poop,
do, we
you
don't
notice
get off
that
the
there
rails.
is actually a cart. Kind of, it's not very well put together, but it's got wood sides and some iron steel wheels, and appears to be some sort of push cart. It's got handles on both sides, and it's got a little hoof sort of deal, so you can push up and down to make it go.
Nice. All right,
But-
we're our biggest guys.
Rothgar.
It's not gonna fit all of you. It's maybe big enough to fit like half of Rothgar on one side and half of Rothgar on the other side, and maybe Fila in the cart itself.
So Rothgar, we have to cut you in half. I hope you don't mind.
Like,
Sorry
it's,
about
it's
that.
not big.
It's just a flat cart. There's nothing.
Just a flat cart with a little bit of raised wood sides, like maybe 6-inch raised sides.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Right. It's
I don't
not
know what
big.
good that is.
Should we
I'd
just
say
keep
we
going?
just keep
Yeah.
rocking.
We could probably
We'll
just
keep walking.
yeah. It's a nice little thing.
Well, maybe we should bring it with us in case we find something
Then we need to.
to drag with us.
It's not a bad idea.
Sounds like a job for Fila.
You got this, Fila?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Okay, you hop on the cart and start. Are you gonna push the cart from off the cart, or are you gonna actually up and down?
Crank it.
I think I'll do the crank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Sing a
It's
shanty
not,
while you're
it's
doing
not
it.
that big of a deal to do. It's not difficult. The ground's pretty level, so you just kind of cruise on down the line with everybody else, and you guys continue walking. Is that the plan?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're getting
After-
somewhere.
Keep walking.
After a while,
But
you
you-
start to notice that there's a light up
I
ahead, illumination coming forward, and the cart is making a really loud noise as metal grinds on metal on the rail. Kind of through the entire cavern.
Wait, I didn't catch that.
You guys have time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got it
thanks.
that time.
Okay, so I suggest maybe we leave the cart here. Oh, what was that?
Nice. Nice.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Hi, Fila. How about we knock it off with the cart now? Good job. Well done. You know, but let's be done with that. 'Cause
Oh, my baby.
it's loud.
Yeah, it is a little loud. Let's stop.
What you
Stop
babies
it.
up?
Stop it. Stop it right
I woke
now.
up my baby.
Get off the cart.
But my legs, they're still tired.
You know what? Break those things and we'll throw you on top of rock garbage.
I look at him covered in feces. Get off the cart.
Feel like it's off.
Okay, let's start walking without the cart.
Okay, you start walking up without the cart, and you get to this entrance of a very large space. Are you guys approaching this entrance stealthily, or what's the dealio? How's this going down?
How lit is it?
It's definitely not outside light, but it's definitely light.
We should definitely be strategic because if we go walking into somewhere where people could see us,
I
I
like,
say we just run in.
I like where Rothgar's mind is at.
I'm sure
Somebody,
you would.
Paladin, would you mind holding on to this woman?
I grab the back of her shirt or whatever and hang on to her and say, "All right, let's take it quiet."
So it's
Smells so
very
bad.
unwarranted.
Thank you. Okay, so
What?
Is your
unfortunately,
your cord unplugged there?
unfortunately, she's our ranger. So is
I
anybody?
think you're gonna say redhead.
Yeah, she's our redhead.
That explains it all.
Yeah. So is there anybody who has good stealth?
I do.
Oh man.
That's when you guys all call me out.
Yeah,
He's
just
been
like last time, right?
flipping through the
Just
entire
like
Click on,
last
click on.
time.
place. He's
No.
He's literally a bull at a china shop.
I'm
Like,
not a minotaur.
I mean, I've got
I'm
plus
a
one on
cow.
stealth.
Boo.
Yeah. Here,
I feel like he just
tiptoe.
needs all max stats.
I actually do think you have disadvantage on stealth checks, if I recall.
Yeah, it would.
I have plus one.
Okay, well that's better than me. I got minus
I
one.
got +2, but I stink really bad, so I imagine I'm at a disadvantage on that one.
I'm sure the whole case pretty much stinks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no,
I think we're
stealth
out
plus
of the
one.
poop part of it, aren't
Well,
we?
let me check.
It says stealth plus one.
Yeah, you don't have disadvantage. So
Yeah,
you're
I
good.
got +6. Too bad
Are we out of the
I
poop area?
It's still
You got
kind of
plus
stinky, but
six?
yeah.
You seriously
So
have plus 6
no one
on
would
stealth?
detect me
Yeah.
per
So
se
you're actually
out of the other poop.
No,
There's-
no.
If there's
Okay.
people that are in there that can smell stuff, you might actually be at advantage.
So I'm still 3. No, I'm still 2.
Okay, so 2. Anybody got better than 2? Of course. I don't trust her.
I don't trust her either.
Yeah, this is unfortunate.
I have plus one.
What's funny is like we're all like we don't trust her, but none of us have any clue she was the one who ran in here first. We
Yeah,
have
this
no
is
idea
true.
that she
Got to
didn't
do with our
get dragged.
characters. We do. Vila?
I got this.
You got
Yeah,
this.
you
Got it.
do.
All right, don't let us down.
Yeah, we'll be back here. If you need anything, come back this way.
I got a question, Fila. What were you doing down there in the first place?
She like walks away.
I just walk off.
Well, that's an interesting story.
Hold on, let me check something for Fila, because I think you might have passed without a trace, which would allow everybody to have plus 10 to their stealth.
Damn.
You're welcome.
Shoot,
Yeah, thank you.
my lucky D20.
Was
That
it worth-
almost.
Is it over there on the floor? Black, gold lettering.
20 should be up right now.
20 should be up right now.
Dice around. Daniel.
Sorry.
This is like the third one.
Oh,
right
dropped it. Oh, you got it?
It was 1 up. I'll be darned.
No, it wasn't.
That's the carpet.
That's the carpet.
Unlucky carpet.
Unlucky carpet roll.
Right, you gotta move.
I'm changing my carpet. Seriously. I think we are gonna move.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah.
And yet, here we are.
Yeah. It won't be for like probably around this time next year.
Hey, you know what?
Hopefully, but we'll see. I'm not moving away. I'm just moving across town.
That's good.
Don't worry.
Sandy Caldwell, huh?
I know everybody was.
We, oh, yeah.
You
This
don't
is the
have
guy
that.
who has
We'll be
no
closer to you,
idea.
though.
I lied.
Oh, good.
So,
You haven't been to an exit.
sorry.
I guess that'd be nice.
Just thought I'd check. So, yeah, give me a stealth check to see how stealthy you are as you walk forward.
20, 20.
Try to drop it so it lands on 20.
Like -10.
That's cheating.
2.
Yeah.
Plus 1? 3?
I thought you said plus. I thought you
Plus
said
six.
it was plus
Six.
Oh, plus 6?
Oh,
Okay,
so 8.
so 8.
Yeah.
So, you're definitely not stealthy about it, but you just kind of like stroll up. Like, you more go for like the I belong in this place sort of stealth than like
that makes
the I'm
sense.
gonna be quiet and sneaky stealth. You just kind of like walk in, like, oh wow, yeah, this is an
Meanwhile-
excellent cave.
Meanwhile, meanwhile, my character is just like, okay, okay.
Did he
Different
go? Did she
approach.
go in by herself or with all of us?
Yeah, we're kind of. All of our heads are kind of poking around the corner.
So you walk kind of out where you can see what's going on, and you see it appears to be some sort of town. The buildings are small and not like the nicest, but it's a decent place. And instead of humanoids, you see a lot of these type of creatures to be walking around. You would know them as kobolds.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
You are familiar a bit with who they are and what they do. However,
You're hot sauce, but
They're a.
give me either a nature or a history, your choice.
Ooh.
Nope, just Felix. He's the only one who sees this.
Shoot.
Ooh, that is just minus 4.
You could
Okay.
do nature.
11, so 12.
12. All right, you notice something a bit different with these kobolds. Normally, kobold tribes are one specific color. There's different colors of kobolds so there's like blue and red and stuff like that, and they tend to group together with their own kind. However, this tribe is a myriad of all the different colors. So you got reds, blues, yellows, you got whites, browns, kind of all over the place. You got mottled, all that sort of stuff. So, a bit strange.
Hashtag tolerate.
yeah.
There we go. I was trying to like, what can I say here that'd be okay?
They're the coexist kobolds.
For the
But there's
cocoa
nothing
balls.
else.
Yeah.
There's
We're
no
not the kobolds,
other
we're the
species around.
kobolds.
It's just kobolds.
Oh my.
Okay.
And a town full of them. However, nobody has seemed to really notice you.
You look to the right
Yeah.
and see a rainbow flag.
You are very still underground, though, although you do see what appears to be a natural source of light off in the distance on the other side of this town. But there's a couple of hundred, if you had to guess.
Okay. Oh, Nasberry gave us a penny.
Woohoo!
Thanks,
Yeah.
Nasberry. Nasberry.
Go
that's
back
awesome.
to the group and share what I've learned.
Okay, so Fila returns
That's out of your
and
character.
I know.
That's awesome. Okay, so we trust you a little bit more.
is there any more pizza left?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think there's like half a pizza.
I'm gonna grab a slice while you
Unless-
guys discuss a plan.
Unless Rothgar's eating it all.
Let me know what you do.
Rothgar hungry.
Rothgar hungry.
Rothgar smash.
He pulls. I just picture you pulling out your axe, going.
There's a reason they call it. I know. It's no longer Trogdor.
Rothgar is a man.
Rothgar was a cowman.
Cowman.
All right,
Are
back together. What are you guys doing?
Okay, sorry.
Our plan was to distract them with an awesome musical performance
By
performed
Rothgar.
by Rothgar himself.
Oh, Rothgar, you remember the story of the Knoll Cave that you went into? Go and tell them that story.
That's what. Bright
Dude,
Boy
that was
thought.
Mothgar. Come on, man. Rothgar.
Wait, is Rothgar like your brother?
That
Or
was
your
a pretty
sister?
epic story.
That's a cousin.
That's a cousin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Two
Anyway.
Gars, I don't know what.
So,
It
well, do you think there's a way we could like sneak around them? Did you say that there was light on the other side?
Light, but there's like hundreds of these things over there.
I'm pretty fast. Could I just run past them all?
Yeah,
Like a bull in a china shop.
Carrying all of us.
If you can carry us,
I just picture some like unicorn type meme, like I like flying through the air.
we're all like hanging on.
right.
Anyway,
Uh,
so I can't run
Probably.
past them all. All right,
that
fine.
probably doesn't work.
All right.
Can I look around and see if there's any other methodology of openings? Or is this like the only thing?
It's a tunnel.
Okay, just a tunnel.
It's a tunnel to
Okay.
the poop place.
Well,
Not that fancy.
We're not going back to Poop Tunnel.
Did they
We're not
look
going to-
aggressive?
I won't go back there.
No.
so I'm not.
You two still stink, by the way.
Does anybody know anything about gnolls?
Knowles.
Can't trust
Kobolds.
a lizard.
Definitely not gnolls.
I'll say.
Or kobolds.
Oh,
What
kobolds.
gnolls?
Sorry, not gnolls. Kobolds.
Kobolds.
Yeah, Chris Shea was kind of confusing me.
He said gnolls.
Yeah, he said gnolls. Kobolds.
Kobolds.
So kobolds are. I mean, they're not very. I know there's hundreds of them, but they're not. They're kind of little weaklings.
Right, but
From what I
a
remember,
whole lot of weaklings
kobolds.
can take you over. Just like,
But we
those
do have
Kruthix.
We do have Rothgar.
We have Rothgar.
Yeah, let's just
Right.
go talk to him.
Okay. If anything happens, Rothgar, run straight through him and we'll be right behind you.
What are you talking about, man? I got my axe.
See?
Axe hammer.
This is why I like this guy. Let's go give him a talking to.
Let's.
All right. So, here we go.
So we walk. We kind of just. I'm just gonna walk in.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Everybody else going?
That's a straight
Yeah, man,
right
we're
in the middle of
team.
the Street.
He's like, you guys.
Your
do that."
divine inspiration of just walking in like you own the place has just rubbed off on everybody else. We're like, it worked
Right?
What
for
else
him.
are we gonna do?
It worked for him.
It's
Let's
either
go.
go back in the poop cave or go and visit the gnolls and see what they're up to.
Definitely kobold.
Cobalt. Sorry.
Footballs aren't
And-
really Knowles are.
Cobalt.
Are we talking about those crummy little Chevy cars? Cobalts.
I will like.
Everybody give me a nature check to see what you know about kobolds.
Just nature.
Yep.
12.
14.
15.
Oh yeah, nature. I know you're
3.
here.
You already did yours.
10.
You know nothing.
Basically the same stuff that Fila.
I was gonna
Plus
say
3,
as I walk
16.
in, I'm gonna
Still.
like as we walk into the place, I am gonna try to look around and see if there's any way not right through the middle of that town, like to go around it. But are they like the buildings built into the walls, or are they kind of in the center, or the kind of?
Yes.
All right.
Like there's huts kind of dug into the wall. There's buildings in the center. There's like wood structures that aren't actually part of the cave, and then they've also made houses out of the cave and kind of like ladder structures, and it goes up for a ways, so the outside's a couple of stories tall.
All right, so we are like the cave itself is literally the town.
Yeah.
Or is okay. Yeah, there's like no way to do anything but just walk through.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna really try to talk to him. I'm just gonna walk through and just like.
As you guys step out, everybody give me a perception check.
Okay.
Not 20.
14.
I got 20.
It's that dice.
So I got
14.
18. So that's good.
Okay.
20.
14.
Everybody except Fila. See,
I think something's wrong with your dice over there, man.
Yeah, really?
You don't want to borrow some of mine?
see a
Thanks,
kobold
thanks.
that's dressed considerably nicer than the rest of the kobolds. You notice that there is a mask over his face covering his eyes, like he obviously can't see.
Like the Hamburglar.
He is in fine
What is
orange
that?
garb.
Oh,
He has a staff in his hand, and he. For you, you notice he has nice jewelry. He is very well decked out for a kobold, and he's looking directly at you guys, just kind of sitting there.
But he's
On
got
the
something
ground.
over his eyes.
Yes.
But his face is pointed at us like he could see us.
Yes.
Okay. So when I see that, I say, "What do you say? What do you think the odds are if we just play
stands
nice with
up.
that guy? We'll make it through
And he
your
begins
life."
to walk towards you.
Yeah, we need to like talk that guy up. So I decide to walk up and address him directly, and I say, "Hi. Can we come through here?" Just to try, you know.
Just a
How
try.
about we just introduce and say what we're doing?
Oh, thanks for the try.
Hi, can we come through here?
He's like,
Hi.
he's like,
I
"Oh
have a sound
man."
effect that'd be
I need
perfect for this.
some water.
I
Where'd
am
my
all
water
set.
go? There it is.
Don't I have like a persuasion
All right.
thing?
I walk up and say, "Hi, I'm Rothgar. I'm sure you've heard of me."
Hello, Zariella. We've
So,
been expecting you.
you've been expecting me?
Yes, and of course, you have Rothgar, your companion, with you. I see you've met the rest of the group. Bowen Shadowstone, welcome. Yes, glad to see you here. And Fila, very good to see you as well. And Anagai, what a guy, Anagai. Yes, Bowen, the leader of this haphazard group.
He's the leader? Alright. Hey.
And you are, sir?
Sheev.
She.
Sorry, I did not introduce myself. Forgive me. I am the priest of this area, if you will. Please come in. Welcome to our little haven that we have here. And he turns around and begins to walk, trusting that he'll follow.
I'm okay with this. I'm strangely okay with this.
I look around.
Alright.
Reluctantly, I follow,
Yeah,
wondering what's going on.
I'm very wary, but I'll follow.
And you thought you were the only famous one?
Yeah. Yep.
You follow him into the town. You notice the kobolds kind of look at you. They don't appear fearful of you, just kind of inquisitive, kind of looking you up and down. Some of them have livestock. They just kind of seem to be living out their koboldy lives here, not really hurting anybody.
That's kind of nice. That's abnormal.
And you follow them into like the center of the town, basically into the
in the mushrooms.
into the
It's
largest.
a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. You follow.
There you go.
You follow him into the heart of town, basically into the center building, the largest, nicest, most adorned building. As you guys walk, you notice that the top of his staff does in fact have what would appear to either be a halfling or a gnome skull, a smaller humanoid skull, basically laced on it. But he walks you through the door and kind of sets down. There's pillows on the ground. It's kind of lively colors here, a bit ostentatious, if you will, with all of the adornments and the big colors and stuff like that. But he sits you down he has pillows set up, and the exact right amount of pillows are there. So he has 5 pillows set up for you guys and 1 for himself. And he pulls out a pipe and begins to kind of smoke it. A long pipe, and it doesn't put off a scent that you recognize.
Oh.
What you got there, man?
Now I see.
Oh.
These guys are okay.
You want a party, man?
He kind of smiles and says, yes, Drake root. It is fantastic. Would you like to try?
Sure.
Beware, you may get addicted.
Sure.
He passes you the Drake root pipe and a big stick that's currently on
Roll for
fire.
how addicted you get.
And actually, yes, please do roll.
Uh-oh.
Roll
You are
for
so addicted to
Roll for
being
addiction.
sorry, 11.
Wisdom. At a wisdom save.
Same thing.
Where are you,
smart enough to get
Wisdom?
addicted? We'll
I
see.
can't ever remember where anything is anymore. I guess Wisdom. Where are you?
Where are you?
Wisdom! Alright, 14.
Okay, you are. It's basically heroin. Like imagine that sort of like low, calm feeling,
I can't.
and you're just in
Dave,
that spot,
Dave, are you
just
sure?
kind of there. That's where you're at after 1 puff on this Drake root,
Nice.
and so you're just kind of off in La La Land
So you
now.
kind of look like
And he kind of smiles and gestures to everybody else.
you look at Radagast on
Please.
The Hobbit.
Please join me.
I look. Have I noticed what happened to Bowen?
It's quite obvious. He's feeling good. He's just kind of.
I am still suspicious, so I'm like, I don't. I'm like, no.
He's a holy roller. He offers it to everybody else.
Well, I'm Rothgar, and I've tried this stuff before, so I got to give it another shot.
He hands you the fight. Roll. Add wisdom.
12.
All right. Yeah. Same thing happens to you. You start to go down, and just kind of feel relaxed and tired and groggy and just kind of out of it.
You sit
And
down next to Owen and start talking about the meaning of life.
No, you're not even really like. You're not even that high cognizant. You're just there. Just a little bit, yeah. A little spittle, a little drool. Just enjoying yourself. So he is obviously much more attuned to the substance than you guys are. Gestures to everybody else.
Like, unfortunately, I can't have any smoke in these lungs, no matter what it is.
I don't want to join those idiots.
As much as I would love to participate, the smoke inhalation
Okay.
would almost kill me.
So he just takes. You see him kind of smile and take a few more puffs, and then you see his eyes kind of glaze over, too. And for the next hour, or excuse me, 8 hours. These three guys are just chilling there, just kind of like sitting there, off in dozed
And we just
land.
let them do it for 8 hours? We're just like,
It's up to you guys.
It's a
It's
little
what do you
late,
want to
guys.
do?
well, I would imagine.
This is gonna be
after
like some
about-
profound turning point.
Yeah, I would imagine after. So
No, man. This
No,
is
man.
this is just how he welcomes people.
Just found
I
it.
would imagine after about 30 minutes or so, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Are we gonna sit here and just? What's his name? Sheev.
Sheev.
Sheev. Sheev. What is this dwelling? What do you?
He's gone.
He's
Cobalt
gone.
He's not even 3 sheets to the wind. He's like a quarter thickness, single ply toilet paper to the wind is what he is.
Sheila goes to explore
He's
the
out.
town.
Yeah, I just kind of like, all right, well, I'm gonna go walk around and see what's up. So I go with Sheila.
When you walk out, you notice there's some kobolds standing there, and they kind of walk up to you and be like,
Georgia his whole life.
Hello, please, the welcome ritual. Don't be rude now, please. Just stay.
Told you it's a trap.
Just stay.
they seem very afraid of you though, knowing that you could probably swipe them down in one blow, and they're not like threatening you or anything like that. They're just like, please, like this is part of the welcoming to this town.
I just look
Hang
at
out.
it and I say, well, what is this welcoming ritual? How long does it last? What goes on? We're unfamiliar with your customs.
About 8 hours. They'll wake up. It's just to show that everybody is to be peaceful and nice and calm, and it's a good way to start conversations.
It's a good time, man.
Kind of look back at them and I'm like,
You can join if you want, or you can hang out. Just don't be disrespectful to Sheev, please.
I'm not buying it.
You and me aren't even any nice people.
I don't know if I want to bring down the supposed wrath of this kobold who knew who we were.
Is there a way to tell if like being deceptive or something?
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
Okay, we'll do that.
You check that insight.
I'm doing it.
I just stayed in the room
Gosh, dang
and
it. Well, I'm not I'll check that insight.
I'll come up with what I'm doing here in a minute. So, but I stayed behind, so I'm not with them.
Me neither.
Oh, cool.
We got 18.
I got 13.
Both of you, they are genuinely fearful of you and seem to be telling the truth. They just want you to stay there because this seems to be some sort of generous welcome to newcomers to the village.
Okay. Well, I don't
I
know.
don't want to
It's
make all the village people mad.
yeah. It's the village people. And then I start singing YMCA. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I'm like, okay. We sit down. We just kind of, yeah,
Wait 8 hours.
yeah. I kind of lean back and doze.
Fila like takes out like an arrowhead and writes into the ground, Rothar was here.
Who was here?
Yeah.
So you guys just hang out.
Yeah. I guess we just hang out.
All right, what do you
Can I look around and see what's?
like the house?
Yeah.
It's one-story house that you have access to. There's no other stairs inside. It just seems to be like a meeting room. There's pillows. There's no like tables, but there's some like food and stuff. There's some like dried meats. There's the mushrooms that you saw earlier, and some other stuff.
Like an Arabian thing with
That's kind of what it is.
the
Yeah.
hookah in the middle.
Yeah, kind of very
Ribbon.
similar to that, except a pipe instead of a hookah.
Yeah. Okay. Do I see any like food or beverages or anything?
Yeah, there's like dried meats. There's water out if you want
I'm
water.
hungry. You want
Oh
some
yeah,
bread?
oh yeah.
There's,
Alright,
the, there's the mushrooms if you want to try the mushrooms.
Sure. why not?
Try the mushrooms.
I'll try the mushrooms.
I mean, sure. You take a mushroom and you gain 2 HP if you're below health, and
Yep.
tastes like a mushroom.
Tastes like
It's
a
not like the most
I
appetizing,
want a
but
mushroom.
Okay, here, have mushroom.
Thanks.
this appears to be
You guys
a
made
food
sense.
source.
Oh, it's a food source.
I've been snacking on mushrooms this whole time, so
Full health.
They just seem to have a bag of.
yeah, exactly.
Takes
While
a-
I was walking through the caves, I had my knapsack and I kept plucking them and putting it in it. So
Here's my-
Okay, yeah, you're just kind of you got a little case of the munchies going on, just mowing down on some shrooms.
These mushrooms take a staggering amount of manure to grow. Just saying.
Have you ever seen mushrooms grow? That's genuinely how they grow. They're like the
Sadly,
big
yes.
hemispherical
Yeah.
sort of things, and it's just stanky. A big row of stank, and
I got
it's
a
steamy.
Beautiful
and
place.
I got a story for you after this about a mushroom plant.
Yeah.
Tell you
Got
about
a beautiful place in Vail.
it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. Dagon, I had to remove the machines from there.
It's stinky and terrible.
It is the most god awful thing I've ever had to deal with.
It's a really long warehouse of shelves of
Yeah.
poop and mushrooms.
Yeah.
And that's how they harvest them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's great.
Why would anybody want to eat those?
They're delicious.
They're so good. They're
Okay, so
it's a
what are you doing over
poop.
there?
I wonder if anything would grow.
Sorry, I told you I was
Sorry,
going to
Ella.
figure out what I was doing,
Yeah.
and
Getting a beer.
I was getting a beer.
knowledge check, wisdom check. How far into this 8 hours are we right now?
Well, it depends on what he's doing. Right now, it's been about an hour.
I genuinely thought I had playing cards in my inventory, but I don't see it in my inventory. Can we just retcon that in that I have playing cards of some sort?
You could have a liar's dice set.
Okay. So I'll just pull those out and play.
Okay.
I have no
So you
idea
got 4 cups and 4 sets of 2d6.
how. Okay, and I just goof around with it.
Okay.
Play around. Kill time.
3 hours later.
You guys do anything else? You just munching, hanging out.
Munching,
Every once in a
talking.
while, the priest Sheev kind of gestures to you guys with the pipe.
Continue to turn it down.
Yeah, as much as I want to.
No.
I'm a water dweller. Smoke does not do well with my lungs.
All right.
I apparently have a signet ring.
Ye-
I'll look at that, pull that out and look at
Do
it
you
for a
say
little
that
while.
to him?
Yes.
So he goes over and finds a hookah and kind of brings it out into the middle.
I smile
And sets it
really
down.
big, and I'm like, that a guy. Grab it and take a big.
Okay. And you go down.
Hey guys.
What's up, man?
Hey. You know,
You guys
I love
get a
you
resistant
guys.
to sing out.
I love you.
I-
I only barely know you.
No man.
I don't think you guys understand heroin.
Yeah, this is more like weed level. You guys are just gone.
Yeah.
You're in La La Land. Enjoying.
Well, we're
I'll
halfway
down.
through this. though.
I'll pull out my bedroll and take a nap.
Okay. Hey, you take a nap, you hang out.
Feeler just continues writing stuff on the floor.
Okay, you just start whittling one of the floorboards away. By the end of the 8 hours, you have this nice set of these guys all kind of like laying on the couches that you've whittled into this piece of wood and this quite nice piece of artwork that you've now given this kobold on his floor. And after about 6 hours, you guys start to come to, and then after the full 8, you can kind of now carry on a conversation and
There it is.
continue
Playing card set. Found it.
whatever it is you guys came here for.
What time is it?
I don't know,
It's
man.
you're in the middle of a cave. It's cave time.
It's cave time. It's all right. It's okay.
You know, when you got
So,
here, there was a little bit of light out. What appeared to be natural white light, but that's about it.
Upward or
On the other side of town.
okay.
I drew this portrait, so quite a while's passed.
Yeah, like it's nice. Give me a performance check. So you have a dice. Let's see just how nice it is. You have a modifier, so roll the dice.
Oh god.
It's like stick figures.
No. It's nice. It's just
It's a
everybody
two.
kind of looks like an alien. They're a little bit off. Like it's one of those like modernist paintings where it's more interpretive of what's going on than what's actually going on. But you think you could sell it for like 1 million gold pieces?
Yeah.
So we're all coherent.
Yeah, you are now all coherent, and you feel good. You feel like you've just gotten the best sleep of your entire life.
Right.
Nice.
You are energized. You're not like that grogginess right after you wake up. You're like ready to go. You feel good. You got a good night's rest. Let's do this thing, sort of deal.
Sheev, thank you so much for sharing this
Yes,
beautiful
Tar root.
welcoming
yes,
ceremony.
yes. Welcome, welcome. Good.
It was
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
What'd you call that stuff again?
Ah, Drake root.
Drake
It's good,
root.
yes.
Drake root. Do you have any for the road?
Oh well, you're not leaving quite yet,
No.
but we will definitely make sure to give you plenty.
Because
of
I have a
things
knapsack
before you-
here. I made some room with all those
Okay,
mushrooms.
one moment.
And you see him. He exits. He's not the fastest. He's definitely older. So you see him kind of walk with the staff out. And about 2 minutes pass, and he comes down with like a box, not just like a small little pouch, like a 2 foot by 2 foot crate that he's kind of carrying, and kind of sets it down.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
yes.
generous of you.
Basically just pick it up
No,
with one
no. We owe you. Yes,
You owe.
of course. Yes, yes, yes. yes.
Where's Ogar?
What do you owe us for?
And then it sets in.
Right. Where's Ogar's body? Still here?
Huh?
Where's Ogar's body?
Yeah, it's still here.
Still here.
Yeah.
Right.
It was. I
It's got
figured you
mushrooms
guys
on
were
it.
just all carrying it around.
I figured as much. Okay. What do you owe us for?
Ah, yes. You must be wondering how I knew who you were.
Yes.
A little bit.
We did. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Are you familiar with Kurtelmak?
Have you heard of him? Everybody, give me a religion check.
Ooh.
19.
Did you roll a 20?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so that's
Plus
a
one.
crit. So you just say crit, and you know all the things.
Crit.
All the things. Yeah. All the
Legit.
Like a boss.
Crit like a boss.
So, Colonel Mac, as your
Streets
Minotaur studies have shown,
Put on my
that
hat.
you've learned, yes, your thinking cap, as you recall, was a servant, more of a slave, really, of Tiamat, which is the dragon goddess of evil, basically. But Colonel Mac was her servant, forced into servitude for her. So he kind of carried out what he thought her will was. However, he was one day duped by the gnome god into a maze that he will forever and eternity be trapped in because there is no way out. And so that is currently where Kurtelmak dwells, in an endless maze that you are very familiar with, being a Minotaur. Mazes are kind of your thing. Like, mazes are a big deal to Minotaurs.
How do you pronounce his name?
Kurtelmak.
Oh, that's weird. We call him Curdy.
Yeah. But, so, gnomes are despised by kobolds for this specific reason, because their god had trapped the
I'm gonna have to like pause this.
god of the kobolds. The kobolds do indeed worship dragons almost as if they are demigods, though, and you know that they respect dragons because of Tiamat, more out of fear than anything else, but they are very reverent of them.
So Tiamat is the dragon goddess?
Yes, so the evil dragon goddess.
Evil dragon goddess.
She's the counterpart to Bahamut, basically. So
Okay.
she's the red dragon, while Bahamut is the platinum dragon.
Okay, and Turtlemock is
We call
the
him
serpent.
Bobby Lord.
It's a big deal.
Bahamut, weird.
And then Turtlemock is the servant of.
Was the servant and before he was imprisoned.
Okay, in the.
So he was a slave and then he was imprisoned in a maze. But he knows all of this. You guys don't necessarily.
I got an 18.
You know who
I know him by
Turtlemock
Bobby Lord
was.
and Curdy, so
Bobby Lord
Very
Curdy.
familiar with mazes, and so you studied this unescapable maze that Kurtlemak is currently stuck in.
I actually majored in puzzle building.
Mazeology.
It was puzzle building. It was a
Mind trap.
specific one. Yeah.
You specifically like mazes?
Maze.
The Amazing Maze?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
MAIZS. What is it?
Because I'm so good at puzzles, there's a logic behind them. You can figure them out. Mazes, you just have to be one with the maze and feel the maze.
So,
Find that cheese, man.
do you... this all goes in your head. Do you relay this to everybody else? Or do you play it?
No, I'm Rothgar.
So none of you guys know any of that.
Okay.
You know who Kurtlemak is? That it is the kobold
Scratch
god,
all those dots.
and that he used to be.
Oh, but
a
he
slave
is
to
the
Tiamat.
kobold god.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
Yes.
know this.
Yes, I am in close communication with Kurtlemak. He and I are very close. And he told me you would be coming to save us from the beasts. Yes, those stupid creatures. They've been torturing us. Coming up here, killing our people, taking them down there for food. He told us you would come and save us.
What beasts?
Your word. Legs, sharp, pointy teeth, acid.
Crucifix.
Yes. Crew things. Terrible creatures. Yes, crew things.
Yeah, they're really hills.
Yes.
Yes.
So
He said you would save us.
You're-
However, it got a little mixed up. He said you would come, and then we would go and defeat the beasts. But you defeated the beasts beforehand, which is a miracle. Your
Okay.
gods, they must be smiling down upon you. The one who is above you guys must truly
This is the group we're
cherish
supposed to meet before.
who you are. Yes. And care about you. Normally, the brood queen
Hold
has
that
at
over
least
here
10 bodyguards. But somehow you caught her at just the right time to slay her. Very strange how that happens. Very strange. But yes, they will leave this territory now. The stench of their brood queen's body will drive them off. And we are now safe because of you, brave adventurers. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And not a single kobold life lost
I
in
am
it.
very happy that
Bowen.
we could do
Thank
that for you.
You and your traveling troupe, although I seem to feel as if there was more.
Nope. This is it. This is everybody.
Yeah, it's weird, an odd sensation.
We lost one.
What are
Is
you?
not more?
What are you talking about?
We lost a few.
Oh well, yeah. Olga died.
There's his dead body we've been carrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need a burial plot?
Yes. Wait, that's not my job.
Yeah, that's.
Yes.
I recognize this is not the most respectable place for upper dweller, but we can make decent arrangements for Ogar. You say his name is. We can pay tribute. He saved us.
I would appreciate that.
Yes. Please allow us a few hours, if you will, for preparing, and we will get that underway. Is there anything else I can do to make you comfortable here? We have some things coming that I think you will like, but you have to be patient.
If it's anything like that.
I'm good. Yeah.
We've been tracking this menagerie. Kidnapped a bunch of people.
Terrible business.
Right. They seem to have come straight through the mountain through an entrance on the other side.
Down down below.
Oh yeah.
The dwarves.
Dwarves, you say?
Yes. Yes. And giants.
And giants.
Yes.
Curious.
Yes. Dark dwarves. Yes. Dark dwarves. And fire giants. Yes.
Fire giants.
Bad business. Bad business.
Fire giants.
Bad business. Dangerous. Don't go down there.
We may have to.
Bad. No. You stay here. You're more than welcome. It's a lovely place. It is a retreat for kobolds. You know our kind. Enslaved by many races across all of Faerun. But here we provide a sanctuary. A free place. Accessed only by our special means.
Special means, you say?
Yes.
Transylvania.
Yes.
Right. I was thinking
You'll
Hotel
see.
California.
Don't worry. Oh, you'll see.
I have another question for you, sir.
Yes.
There's a light at the end of the town over there.
Yes.
Just curious, what is that?
Oh, yes. That goes to the outside.
The outside?
Yes,
Sweet.
of course. That's...
You guys ever go outside?
Oh, it's quite chilly. Very, very chilly. Bad business. But yes, we have to.
Good to know. Appreciate that. What's out there?
All right. You're welcome to look.
Yeah, sometime. Out of curiosity, fire giants. I speak. I speak giant. Can I speak to fire giants? Appreciate that.
You speak Draconic?
No.
Anybody?
Intermission.
Speak the old tongue?
What's the
It's under your language.
the Monty Python inter?
I think it's the only.
You know what I'm talking about?
I speak
Yes.
giant though.
You speak
Where?
giant?
I speak
Where am I
giant.
I
going?
speak giant.
You
I
can
speak
go
Dwarvish.
to,
I speak
I
giant.
believe,
primordial.
features and traits.
Well, that's good.
Proficiencies and languages.
I speak-
Common.
Yeah,
I
no.
speak Dwarvish and Celestial.
I speak common.
Oh, I do speak a
I speak common too.
What?
Yeah.
This one giant.
Moo.
Hey, it's May. All right. Sheesh.
It appears. Very well. Well,
Sorry.
please make yourselves at home. You're welcome to go about the village and
Do you mind if I go take a look outside
No.
while we're waiting? Okay. I'm going to do that. Anybody want to come with me?
Yeah.
How much time do we have? Because I have a big box of Drake root right here.
Couple hours
Nice.
tops.
yeah,
Shoot.
couple hours.
My suggestion was save it for later.
Then your gift will arrive. Yes.
Gift.
Okay.
The way he says gift.
I like it.
Oh, you will. Yes.
So I
You'll
grab
love it.
all of my stuff, pack it up, and then I start walking towards the entrance.
Is there a place I can take a bath?
What?
No reason. I'd sure like one.
Oh, we have drinking water. You could use some of that.
Waterfalls, pools.
We have a little stream that kind of comes out of the mountain that we get a drinking water from. You could shower. We could get a bucket.
How about you
Yeah.
do that at the end where it goes out?
I'd like a bucket and something to make that water a little warmer if we could.
Very well.
That'd
yes,
be wonderful.
Yes.
Thank
He
you.
kind of goes out and you hear him kind of bark a few orders in a language that you don't understand to the people outside and
Visit back.
comes back in.
Coolio.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start walking.
I'm gonna go
headed
outside
to
too.
the
Yeah, no, you go ahead. I'm
I
gonna take
think
a
so.
bath.
entrance.
I stinky.
Staying here, Rothgar.
Yeah, it's comfy in here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You do need that
See
extra
ya.
5 hours of sleep.
I do.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So walk outside the cave.
Okay.
And I'll pretty much make a straight line through the town for the entrance, like
That's
the light
fine.
that I can see.
Anna guy's going too, right?
Yep.
Fila, you following suit?
All
All right.
right. So we're just going all together. We going together?
Yeah, you guys, the kobolds keep their
Wesica.
distance away from you.
Wesica!
Welcome.
Wesica.
She's our friend from the UK.
So
She
you
visits
guys
every now and then.
walk out of the cave. The Kobolds give you way. They don't seem to want to get in your way or anything like that. They're fearful. They are inquisitive of what's going on, but they don't seem threatening at all to you. You walk outside after a little while. Your eyes kind of adjust, and it is bitter cold out here.
Is it snowy?
It's bitter cold out here.
It is quite snowy, and it's actually currently snowing, and the visibility isn't that great. But from what you can make out, there is about 3 very large poles, like 4-foot diameter poles going straight up. And this is kind of as you walk, kind of trudging through the snow a bit, it's a big bowl basically. You seem to be at like the top of the mountain because you don't see anything above besides just like the walls of this caldera basically. And there doesn't appear to be any way in or out besides there's just these 3 posts in this large open area.
Did you go with them?
No.
You chilling with me when it's warm?
Waiting for the
Well,
booth.
They get
I'll-
some buckets and stuff like that and come back
I'll-
after a little bit and give all that stuff to you.
I go out for a scrub.
Okay.
I
Do
will-
you go anywhere specific, or are you just gonna go get naked right in the middle of town and go for a scrub-a-dub-dub?
No shame.
I got this. There's no good place to really go. I guess. Piss on it. Move right in the middle of town.
Yeah, you
Own
just
it.
step
Oh, yeah.
outside the building,
Whoosh.
strip on down, hello, and scrub-a-dub-dub. Cool. They all seem kind of interested in what you're doing.
No
Not
doubt.
like it's not something that they see regularly. Kind of an odd sight. There's no soap or anything like that. It's just water that you're getting everything off with.
Yep.
And they don't seem to understand what you're doing.
Don't worry about it.
So yeah, you guys spend a while looking
So
around.
as long as I can handle the cold, I'm gonna wander around, take a look at like around the general vicinity or near the entrance, like the poles and if there's any way out and whatnot. So
Okay.
like I'll just spend some time walking around out there.
While they're outside, I am continuing the artwork about Rothgar that he started in the storytelling. I'm continuing the fables in the little tent area.
Okay. Are you telling them or are you drawing?
Oh no, I'm drawing.
Okay.
There's nobody around. I'm just.
Give me a performance check to see how that goes. It is the most amazing artwork.
That is perfect. That is perfect.
So you
There's a
begin
minotaur
to
right
carve,
It's a light
Dragon.
show. It's a light show.
and you
Through a
go
volcano.
into the wall,
Unicorn.
onto the roof, and think of a Minotaur's version of the Sistine Chapel. It's basically what you create out of this hut on the inside. It is just stunning when you walk in. You feel the presence of Rothgar when you walk in. Oh, the tales that are told on those walls.
Oh, that's just
If only they could speak. Wait, they can.
That's just perfect.
So yeah, you guys, you're able to spend about 10 minutes outside in
Okay.
this bitter cold, because the only one of you who has some decent clothing that was made is our friend Anagai over there, because they had prepared for this on the way up and made some nice manticore clothes stuffed with down killed by Myra.
God rest her soul.
Yeah.
Oh, she's still alive.
She wants to kill us.
She's the
Yeah.
one who's gonna try and.
Oh, that's that one.
Yeah, that
She's-
I can't remember. They all look the same to me.
And Fila. Oh, you had some stuff too, because you got a little bit. However, they didn't give you like the nicest stuff. Like they kept that all for themselves. So you could probably stay for about 15, while Anagai you could probably stay out for like 25, which is a lot of time considering you're basically water
Yeah.
on the outside.
Pretty damn impressive.
I'm
But yeah, you got about 10 minutes. There doesn't appear to be any way out of this. It's just sheer cliffs all the way around. And these 3 poles.
She has to work on a Saturday.
I'm sorry.
Boo.
The people are watching me.
Yeah, not like oh wow.
Right.
More of a what on earth is going on?
All right. Well,
Why
I
is he
finished all my
covering
artwork,
himself
and I'm
in
heading outside and
Yours is
seeing
gonna
what you're
take a
doing.
little. It's gonna take a while for this masterpiece. It's gonna take a bit. So you're still inside.
Ew.
I am
Like
for
it's
now.
only been like
You're
10
doing
minutes.
this thing.
But I was getting ready to head. Oh, it's only been 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got one hand.
This takes
walk
time.
out, you
This
walk
takes
right
time.
back
Sorry.
Like,
Nope.
oh, I'm not done yet. Hold on. I just remembered that other story that I need to correctly encapsulate in these walls.
I nod to one of them. I nod to one of them to approach, if
Yeah.
they would.
Yeah, they kind of scared. You get one of the younger ones, and he kind of scaredly kind of comes forward.
How you doing?
Come here, kid.
He speaks to
You're
you
over
in a
here.
tongue that you don't
Come here,
understand.
Come here, kid.
Thank you. See ya.
I'm here in the buff washing myself. Come here, kid.
He's still kind of there.
Right. Well, shit. Yeah, I was just thinking that same thing. Whoops.
High five.
Speak giant at it.
His what
Is this
appears,
like, I imagine Finding Nemo speaking whale.
Except it's giant.
he what appears to be, if you had to
grunts.
guess, mother. Like, there's no real signs to show that besides she has a top on, even though it's like Y.
Right.
But
You
it's
must be a lady. then.
yes. So she walks up and kind of.
Hello? Can I help you?
Oh, yes. I was just curious.
Yes.
Have you ever been to the outside over there?
Yes.
What do you guys go out there for?
To see them come and leave.
Who?
Have,
As I scrub myself.
haven't been told yet?
No, pray tell.
Oh, it's quite magnificent. You'll get to see. It's a big surprise.
Oh, I see.
It's quite magnificent.
Surprises.
Fantastic. Hey, just curious, if I wanted to take a look at the place with the fire giants and the dwarves, which direction would I go?
Down somewhere.
Down.
I don't know. There we have lots of holes around here from the Kruthix. Yeah, lots of holes. You try one of those? We don't want to deal with them. We don't build any tunnel down there.
Well, just curious how you know they're down there.
When we first got here, we've only been here for about 10 years. So when we first got here, we made the mistake to go down there thinking it was safe, and it was not safe. And so we ran out of there, and we climbed and we found this place, and it seems much safer. Please don't hurt me. Is that sufficient?
That's fine. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just asking questions, just curious. I really appreciate you. You're going to get hoarse from talking that way. See how long I can keep you talking like this.
I'll tell you your story.
I had another question too and forgot it. Darn it. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, we can pause there. We can go to these guys. What are you up to?
Well, so I got what, 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Would that be enough to walk all the way around the inside?
not all the way around, no.
Okay. Well, I'll
But you can investigate these
stab.
poles.
I'll walk part of the way around. Are the poles kind of in the middle?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll walk kind of like part of the way around. Then
distant space from each other, but yeah, mostly in the middle.
I'll walk around kind of the edge and then past the poles on my way back to the
Okay.
entrance. And I mean, I'm definitely looking to see if there's anything funny or if there's any path or anything like that.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
All right.
Sheev is off setting up things, correct?
No, he's inside watching this guy make his masterpiece.
Okay.
Like,
No.
he is inspired.
Okay. So he's still not. Okay.
9.
9. You look around. You don't see anything that would lead up out of this. It's
Okay.
just a caldera, basically. Yeah,
Do I know it's called that?
caldera.
That's what we call it in Minnesota.
Like the cauldron.
Called the
Can I do an investigate roll too?
Sure, go for it. You can last a little bit longer, so. Yeah,
Man.
you guys notice the same stuff. No real way out of here. There's poles in the middle. They're made out of heavy-duty wood. They don't appear to be from this area, being that you're well above the tree line and stuff. So they were gotten here somewhere.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy.
Hey!
Why, hello there.
Dave!
There's still time to come join us.
Other Dave, good to hear from you.
You didn't know he had those.
No,
did you?
well, I had no idea.
So yeah, you guys don't really notice any way out of here. Just the caldera. Caldera.
Caldera.
Cauldron.
Cauldron.
I'm thinking about it. Oh, that would be
Oh, we still got
hilarious.
time.
Seriously, that would be so fun. And
You're
fun.
not that far away.
And you
Get
can
your
just
butt over here.
all we had to do is take a nap and you just be there, man.
Right,
Come on.
seriously.
Alright. What do you guys want to do?
I have to go back in, obviously.
Yeah, it's
So
getting chilly.
I'll take kind of a little bit more of a circuitous route
Okay.
back to the hut if I can find it.
Yeah.
And
It's in the
just
middle.
check out the town.
It's a town. It's got like your basic amenities of town. There's nothing fancy. You see a few odd things though. Like you notice a store where they have like a bunch of jars outside, and it's got like a in common sign on the outside painted like danger with a bunch of like red exclamation points. And there's some like chickens with some very weird stuff attached to them. It's an odd store. It's a very odd store. You walk by that and kind of see all that sort of stuff. There's your basic like food stores where they'd go to pick up anything, where you see a lot of the mushrooms that you walked by kind of being not necessarily sold, more of like bartered. Like people all kind of have their thing that they do, that they trade other stuff for, and it's just kind of a peaceful existence in this town.
Just occurred to me, we never did split up that 15 gold. I don't even know if we took that sword and leather armor.
I
Are we
grabbed
past
You
that?
guys did not grab the leather armor because you guys were all kind of disgusted with it.
Oh,
Okay.
didn't? Oh, I wrote it down.
Oh, we just kind of got distracted and just
Oh.
walk right by us.
I wrote it down.
Be
and
there
I
in
peeled
3
it off his
minutes.
corpse.
We're counting. Timer started.
Okay.
Because
3
I'm
minutes.
annoying like that. See?
Oh, I'm gonna have to move.
I was curious.
It's okay. You can stay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
am I done walking?
When's
Yeah, you're
Westica
done.
gonna be here?
Okay, good.
As long as you're
Yeah,
done with the
Wesika's
conversation.
got what, 30
Sorry?
hours?
Are you done with the conversation?
Yeah.
Alright.
No.
She kind
How
of
long does it
notices
take
that
to
you're
get
not
from
talking
UK
anymore.
to
Just
here?
kind of like scoots backwards a ways, not turning her back.
Depends upon who's
Not wanting to be
flying.
disrespectful, and kind of turns around. And leaves.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And then, do you walk back inside?
Yeah.
Give me a Constitution saving throw when
Constitution.
you walk back inside.
By the way, I'm not
Interesting.
human.
Constitution.
Yeah.
I totally missed
No.
what everything you just said
Oh,
Yeah.
He's
Probably
walking
doesn't matter.
outside. No,
That's
no,
true.
it doesn't
Very,
apply
what's
to
up?
you.
I wish this was
because I'm engrossed in my artwork.
Yes.
what is it?
Constitution.
Yeah,
There
just
we
roll
are.
it.
There we are.
Azamar?
Eight.
AASIMAR.
You walk in, and your
Yep.
mind explodes
A-S-I-M-E.
by the beauty on the wall.
That's him I did.
Figuratively, right?
Yes, figuratively,
Okay.
although not completely. Like, you feel like a pulsing headache because of this magnificence.
Oh wow.
Like, it's physically manifesting itself, how overwhelmed you are by
Hey, look, they have a
Rothgar's.
giveaways feature.
They do.
Well, if I didn't know about Rothgar,
Yeah.
I do
We
now.
Yes,
Oh,
there's
my
many a
God.
tale
Totally
told.
start
Thank
doing
you.
giveaways
And you are
regularly.
now, you feel as
Well, not
if
regularly, but like.
you've completed
Yeah, I
it.
was waiting to figure it out, but I never really.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
ready to figure it
You're
out.
back into town, you wander back, I assume, to the center.
Yep.
And give me a Constitution saving throw when you walk in.
When I walk in,
Yeah.
Big money, big money.
No way.
13.
You don't get a pounding headache,
Very
however, your
testing
mind
work.
is blown by the artwork inside of this house.
So I
it's
just
been
kind of
like 20 minutes, and it's the Sistine Chapel.
I step inside and I just like stop dead and I'm like, wow.
Wait, what are we seeing here?
You haven't seen it yet. Don't worry about it.
We're-
Phila, you would be the next one to finish.
Phila's gonna go around and try to find the entrance to that deeper underground thing that they were talking about.
Deeper
deep
under
road.
the-
I think you'd learned your lesson.
Nope.
You walk around, and all you see besides like
Bye,
the
Wesca.
occasional hut on the outside is Kruthic holes.
Okay.
There's not. It doesn't appear to be anything
lived in a
man-made,
bad
anything
part of town.
dwarven made, or anything
Good night, Wesca.
giant made either. that
Between-
would lead to these sort of areas.
Between the Kruthics, the fire giants, and the dwarves, the dark dwarves, this is not a good neighborhood.
Anything?
It's a bad part of the
Oddly settled there. Yeah.
Just keep exploring.
Okay, cool. All right, Anna guy,
Okay.
you're now done with your 25 minutes.
25
You're starting to
minutes.
get cold outside.
Oh, outside. I come back inside. I'm
Okay.
like, it's cold out there. So,
Okay.
Phone's gonna get disciplined. So I come back in and I'm like, all right, well, go check and see what these guys are doing. Actually, I can see him in the buff.
No, he's
I'm
inside.
inside
Oh, you're inside now?
Still
When
in
you
the
walk
buff,
through-
by the
He's
way?
in
give me a
awe
Constitution
He's in
saving
awe
throw.
of my artwork.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw.
You were not kidding. That was really
3 minutes.
I recognize you, man. Man.
You have to charge me.
Ah.
Brother-in-law.
Yep, brother-in-law.
What do you got?
Bassist.
What do you got?
7.
7.
See ya,
Your
buddy.
mind explodes by the magnificence of Rothgar's artwork. And you actually, in fact, take 2 psychic damage from the magnificence
Bam!
of this artwork on the wall. Your head aches, you are brought to tears, you are just deeply
Emotionally moved.
Wow. This is amazing stuff.
Yeah. Like,
2 damage.
and all 3 of you guys are now just in a line, jaws drop, this kind of
How was that?
heads on a swivel,
Yeah.
Okay.
investigating everything.
Okay.
And what are you up to?
I don't know. I kind of refuse to take part in that. So
But you don't know what's happening. You have no idea it's occurring.
We
so
just all
that's-
walk in there and then all you hear is,
It's ridiculous.
He's not there.
yeah.
He's not there.
Oh, never mind then.
So you have no idea that's going on. So
Phila's looking for something to eat. That's what she's doing.
there's
She's hungry.
It seems to be the mushrooms are the most common things to
You
eat
guys even saved me a
around
piece
here.
of
However,
I did.
everything around here
amazing.
appears to have a price. But you remember, there's plenty of food
It's 'cause we
in
love
the
you,
chieftain's
man.
place that he.
Then I guess I go
offered
back.
Okay. So you give me a Constitution saving throw when you walk through
20.
the door.
Nat 20. Nat 20. Nat 20. Come on.
Nat 2!
Fila
I
is
die.
white.
You take 4 damage.
I knew you'd come.
As your mind explodes and the line of people grows larger at the magnificence of this. You feel as if the proper name
How
for
are we
this
following this
would be
storyline down
the
by
Rothgar
painting?
Chapel.
He's got
This-
hooves. He doesn't have hands. He
That's
hooves.
That's the amazing part.
He literally did all
It's like
this
an
with
elephant
the horns
drawing with
on
the-
his head. This is all head artwork.
Your
With my-
masterpiece is literally killing somebody.
Goodness.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Nice. Nice.
You laugh, you cry, you lose 10 pounds. And you finally overcome the magnificence. You kind of snap out of it. You don't know how long you've been standing there, just the amount of enthralled that you've been. However, you
I
finally
made
come
it.
to,
I'm alive.
This is a perfect segue.
and Solnar's there.
Of course he is.
What?
Solnar's always been there.
Whoa.
He's right next to you four, just staring at the magnificent artwork that Rothgar has created.
Can you believe
I've seen this guy before.
No, your mind's actually give me a Constitution saving throw.
Thank you. Thank you. Y'all live in a hole.
I'm not loading anything. Load, you jerk.
Load.
It's because we're all bogging down the network.
Loading. Loading. Loading.
Yeah. Please wait. Loading. Please wait.
Dude, you should have like the. Good morning, Dave. You should have the old school internet connection dial up as one of your sound effects for that.
Solnar,
That would be hilarious.
Wow.
you add.
Good idea.
I'm loading too. There we go.
Welcome.
Saving throws.
You've got
Add 2 to what you rolled.
7.
7. You take 2 damage as your mind is blown by the magnificence
Welcome.
of this artwork.
I mean, I haven't seen this guy before.
Yeah, technically, your character has seen it before.
Second.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have
Wait.
traveled for a while.
I need to plug this in.
You found him in the cave.
I'm wondering, I think last session I was a bear still.
It's been a long time. You
Okay.
guys have slept. You're at full
Fair enough.
HP, long rest, all that good stuff.
You were a rat a minute ago.
Yeah, you turned into a rat
yeah,
at some point.
I turned you into a rat.
Huh?
Oh, and then you protected us first watch.
Sort
2
of.
damage.
So, well, I mean, he protected you to the whole watch. You guys got to sleep through the whole night.
Pretty
Right,
hard.
of course he did, yes.
You're welcome.
That is correct.
And then we woke up and we couldn't
He took
remember
all
him
the
at all.
watches.
You don't remember that though.
That's right. We don't remember that we
Solnar
didn't
was
remember
there.
him.
He slept or stayed awake through the whole night just so you guys could get a good night's rest.
Which he can,
He's
because
a
he's an
good
elf.
friend. And then he's been walking with you ever since. He's never left your side. He is a faithful companion.
Or never left my shoulder because he's a rat.
No, he turned back into a
Oh, did he? Oh.
All right, cool. So, what are you guys up to? Sheev's just kind of there.
All right, guys. All right. It's magnificent. What are we doing next? This is telling the past. We have a story to tell right now.
You guys hear a horn blow. Similar to the horn that you're familiar with at Beirut as well.
Uh-oh.
I checked to make sure I still have my greatsword with
My
me.
ears perk up and I go,
Are we being attacked?
Oh! You see Sheev kind of perk up and be like,
Oh, yes, excellent, excellent. Yes, they're here. Come, follow me. Yes, get your warm things on. We're gonna have to go outside.
Why am I worried about this?
I put my warm things on and I just follow right up.
Honey, I was born with warm things on.
I put
Minotaur.
my warm things on.
huh?
I put my warm things on.
Okay, you guys all put your warm things on.
I
yeah.
look around and I apparently don't have any warm things.
Just
Yeah.
water bottle, it's empty. It's fine.
Yep.
You didn't hear anything.
I don't even have a cloak. I just have fine clothes.
I need
Do I have an actual warm things? strength?
No, you're actually not currently wearing. You just have a loincloth.
Yeah, I know. I'm a Minotaur. I just wasn't sure if I had an actual
No, you just have fur.
stat. Yeah, I know. That was my point,
You're
but I
good.
wasn't sure if I had a stat for it.
No. No.
All right.
So I
cool.
own my character, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, you were way in it. You were right there. You were. Yeah.
So yeah,
Except
you guys
Minotaurs can
go out.
do
Do you
gang
follow?
signs.
He is so excited, and it appears that the crowd is excited. Basically the whole town is walking out in excitement for this. Some people, you notice, like the shopkeepers and stuff like that, are kind of hanging back, making sure things stay safe, stuff like that. There's visitors in the town, you know. Not sure if you can trust those seedy
Them
outsiders.
damn foreigners.
Them darn.
But
Ticker and chicker.
most people are going towards the entrance. You guys all go?
Somehow,
I'm right on the
Yeah.
heels.
somehow I was not actually still subscribed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Alright, so you
Moving
guys
forward.
follow. As a group, everybody give me a perception check. It is pounding down snow outside, and so it is hard to see.
9.
Crit!
Dude, seriously.
Serious? You and the
No wonder everybody's heard of you.
20s all day, son.
Who got above a 20 total? Besides
Well, I didn't get
Rothgar.
above a 20.
I got you. So who got above 15?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Rothgar, right away you notice what appear to be 3 dragon heads appearing out of this snowstorm.
Now, are there 3 heads on one dragon?
You can't tell. You can't see the body. You just see 3, the biggest dragon heads you've ever seen before. And they appear regal and just drilling directly forward. And quiet. And you see the large masses behind them. However, they haven't quite peered through yet. You just see these heads kind of coming out of the snow. And a few moments later, the rest of you guys notice him as he kind of like stands there in awe as you guys see 3 large brownish, bronzish color dragon heads appearing out of the snow. What do you guys do?
So, just a point of reference. Do we, like, in the world of Faerun, is it common to be, like, deathly afraid of dragons when you see
Oh
them?
yeah.
Okay.
There's dragon
Yeah.
fear, isn't
Like
there?
dragons have a frightful presence if you're close enough to them, where they just instill you with fear if you're not strong.
Have I
enough to
noticed
stand
them
that.
yet? Because I rolled 9.
Yeah, everybody else. Once
Okay.
he kind of sees him, it was like dragon. Everybody else sees him.
What color are they? Do I see them?
They're from the distance, like brownish color.
Are they? Do we perceive if they're statues or if they're?
They're
Moving.
currently moving. I mean, they appeared out of the snow.
Well, we're
How far away are we?
Huh? They're basically directly face on with you guys.
So,
A couple hundred yards still.
Okay.
So you're not super close. And they're just kind of like peeking out of the snow right now, coming into distance from and kind of descending.
okay.
So I'm obviously afraid, so I kind of take a couple steps back.
And you see most of the kobolds are like cheering and excited about these dragons here.
She's right here.
Yeah, he's with you guys.
So I kind of like, okay. I kind of shrink a little bit because I'm towering over these guys.
They don't come any further forward. You just see their heads kind of staying stationary, slowly drop down and kind of come not level with the ground, but maybe like 15, 20 feet. You can't see the masses of their bodies behind them, but it's just 3 dragons kind of staying stationary there. You notice a lot of the kobolds begin running up to the dragons, and Sheev gestures you to follow and kind of goes up to them.
So I'm like, oh, okay.
I
So I kind of walk here.
try to stay as
Alright.
close to Sheev as
I was
possible.
gonna say I walk with Sheev and like to ask him some
I've
things.
seen dragons before, so I'm just cool.
So you run ahead of everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring
You're
in
the
sheep.
first one to notice as you get close enough to finally make out what this is. It was kind of in the distance. It's actually 3 large ships, airships, with giant balloons on the top of them with large dragon heads in the front. Not real, but carved and plated in bronze. As you're able to get close enough, and they kind of sink down, and as you get closer you see some kobolds throwing over lines and them getting tied off to the 3 large posts that are there in the middle of this caldera.
Didn't know kobolds could
fly.
Yeah, could fly airships.
So you run that up and notice this first, and then shortly thereafter the rest of you guys begin to walk forward and see the same thing.
Alright.
I asked Sheev, hey, what's going on? What is all this?
Yes, it's your present. Yes, one of them. Yes, not all 3. No,
Mine.
but one of them. Yes, yours.
Well, one of the ships?
We
Yes,
get
yes.
up
Of course, you are the saviors of our village.
Whoa.
Where did these ships come from?
We built them.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm a little impressed.
And they definitely are like, they're ostentatious. Like they are bright red blimps and stuff like that. And the wood is nice, but it's like obviously they've scavenged this wood. Like doesn't all match colors, kind of different things. They've put it together, but it's put together pretty well. Impressive and with as a good a job that a little poor kobold can do, these dragon heads are carved very nicely and plated in bronze.
Sheev, I don't know what to say.
Wow.
I'm in awe.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Wow. I don't even. Wow.
No, you
This
deserve
is
it.
amazing.
We would all be dead if it wasn't for you. And we didn't have to sacrifice hundreds of kobolds for our army to go down there with you.
Right.
Right. You were gonna do that? We should keep that.
Yeah. I go over to Sheev and I just kind of put out my hand on his arm and then I go and give him a hug.
He's very nervous, but he
Reluctantly embraces you.
What are you doing?
very nervous.
As friends.
What are you doing?
And I say, I embrace you as a friend for life.
Yes, always welcome.
What was that sound?
That's from Community.
I don't know.
Yes, and you visit, yes, and trade, bring us great things from far off lands, and we'll do our best to provide things, services to you.
and it comes crewed as well if you would like. You can take some of our kobolds to fly you around, and they'll train you. We'd appreciate it if you return them eventually, preferably alive. But for a while, it takes a little bit to learn, and so
I was actually just going to ask, how are we going to fly this thing?
You could take them for a little bit, and maybe weeks, months, come back and bring us some things and do some trade, and you can give us the kobolds, and it's yours.
You need some water?
Amen. Let's do that.
That water's right underneath you.
It's empty. Go fill it.
Your debt has been repaid.
Wow.
Wow.
That's wow. This is pretty crazy. But I mean,
I'll
I
be right
feel
back.
a little bit weird because we were trying to come here, and now we have a way to get away from here, but we actually want to stay here, right? Isn't that what you guys are up to?
Aren't we still searching for someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we're at the top of the mountain.
We need a drill, not something that flies.
We need to go down.
Do you have a drill, a very large boring machine, perhaps with a mini nuke?
Silly scope.
Perhaps an auger.
Thanks, but no thanks.
So, who would like the information on the actual ship?
Me.
Okay, you got a pen and a piece of paper ready to write stuff down?
I need to get something better than this.
We're getting laughs from back there. All right. Write this down.
Take a look.
Hey, look, my notes. Serious?
Yep, I found my notes.
Attaboy. Wow. You had to search a long time for them, too.
Yeah. That was me.
Put them in a spot where you wouldn't forget them, correct?
Yep.
Trash room. Are you done?
I didn't really look all that
Wait.
hard.
Are you ready?
You done?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
Thank you.
Grazie.
Do it.
Okay, it has 200 HP.
Huh. That's it?
AC is 14. Speed is 5 miles an hour.
14 air conditioning. Nice.
It's very comfortable.
Mine only goes up to 10.
So it
Mine
is.
goes to 11.
Ah, gotta say it.
So there are
So close.
different positions. So the captain
Mine goes
position.
to over 9,000.
So there's different positions.
Yeah. So the captain position uses his charisma modifier for the ship. So all the ship's stats are based off each person's position that is in that position. So if the captain has a good charisma, then your ship will have a good charisma modifier. So
Okay.
the cannoneer is the strength modifier.
I can't spell cannoneer.
Cannon,
Ear.
guy, and then EER.
C-A-N-N-O-N-E-E-R.
Cannoneer
Cannoneer. And that's
is
his
the
strength.
strength.
Did you write in caps lock?
I did.
The navigator
Oh,
I
is
couldn't do that.
that water is.
that's the proper way to lighten the logbook.
Well, I
The navigator is the dexterity.
We have water. And it's just the tubing is like old.
Oh,
It doesn't taste bad.
Is what?
Dexterity.
Dex mod?
The shipwright
I wasn't going to complain.
is the constitution, so kind of like the damage control man.
Ship W-R-I-T-E.
WRIGHT
I-G-H-T.
is the
Okay.
constitution. The quartermaster
Quartermaster.
is the intellect.
Int mod.
The surgeon is the wisdom.
Surgeon is the whiz.
Yeah. It's a liner.
Okay.
The crow's nest is the passive perception / lookout position. So the person that goes up there does all the perception checks.
Perception check. Perception.
It has damage resistance 10.
Okay.
So anything that's less than 10 damage doesn't happen to it. However, it has vulnerability to fire, being that it's made of wood.
Must cover the rest of it in bronze.
Pretty heavy, I imagine.
Vulnerable to fire.
It can carry 10 tons of cargo, along with 10 passengers,
Outside of the crew?
apart from the crew. Yep. So 10
10
passengers
tons.
plus crew, which is a crew of
4, 7.
Yep.
10 ton of cargo and 10 passengers.
And it has 2 weapon mounts, 1 port, 1 starboard.
2?
It's left and right.
However, there's currently no guns currently installed.
Except for these guns.
How did I see that coming?
You guys bought your tickets yet?
2 weapons mount. Shot. 2 weapons mount.
Does anybody care that I would finally crack a gun pointed at this boy's head?
Quacktastic.
Okay,
Now we have to talk like pirates when we get on this thing, correct?
Arr.
2 weapon mounts. That's
Correct.
it.
What's a pirate's favorite
That's
letter?
it. That's your ship.
There's possibility of upgrades.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Upgrade!
This isn't necessarily the first airship that you've ever seen. It's definitely not the nicest airship that you've ever seen.
You should have
But
waited
one,
to
it's an
paint your
airship.
Sistine Chapel on
2,
the side of this ship.
it's an airship.
Seriously, you need to get on
Kill
that.
people just by looking at it.
And
We need to do second
I fly in and they're like,
Oh!
Inconspicuous as.
so you notice it's kind of like a hot air balloon for the giant balloon, but there's nothing that anybody's doing. It just appears that some high-level magic spell has been cast, and every once in a while you just see out of nowhere a large gusset of flame shoot up into the balloon, fill it up, and it kind of like hovers up and down, and you see there's like a little control on the next to the helm to adjust the up and down, and then there's large fans on the outside, basically.
I totally love this thing.
I'm picturing Stardust.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh yeah. I was thinking Fortnite, but
Less
that's
drag,
better.
probably, though.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
That's better.
Oh gosh.
Cool. Any questions?
Less dressing and drag, I'm assuming.
So there opens a realm to like starship battle or ship battles and all that sort of stuff, but we can come to that road whenever we come to it. You guys now
Note of who has
have
the highest.
an airship.
I was looking at mine.
That's incredible.
I'm very excited
You see
about
Sheev
this.
kind of he's pleasantly excited about your guys' excitement level. Like, he's pretty pumped that you guys are so into it.
Right. We
Nice. Should we take this thing for a ride, or do we want to just get down to business?
It's new. I think we should at least take it for a spin, man.
I'm in agreement with that.
Try her out. Take her for a spin.
In the snowstorm.
Take out this new whip.
In the
Ride the whip.
in the snow hurricane.
We have a custom. We have a custom. Yes,
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
To christen the ship when somebody purchases it. I understand you're not purchasing it, but we tend to smoke a bunch of Drake root together and have a great time.
Yeah.
So it's custom. I understand if you're not interested, but
Dude.
throwing it out there.
Just throwing it out there, man. That's another 8 hours, man.
Hey, maybe the snowstorm will be over by then.
Not like it's a mountaintop.
I'm probably by this point I'm starting to like absolutely be freezing. So I'm gonna say
But if we get in the ship,
we need to get inside somewhere.
but we could get in the ship and
True.
smoke.
You're so all about getting smoked.
I think we should get in our ship and take a look at this mountain as we go down it a little bit.
Yeah, I guess we could just come back.
It's quite dangerous in this weather. They probably shouldn't have brought him in here, but we were just so excited to show you guys. So,
Okay, I trust
Alright.
you. Let's go back inside.
Yeah, let's just chill for a bit.
We don't want to go on the ship. We want to go like at least check it out.
Get
I
the new
want
ship
to.
smell or what?
Yeah, the new ship smell. There's probably
I want to, but I want
mushrooms
to,
growing
I want
in
to
the hold.
discuss with everybody is now that I have all this information about the ship. We can talk about it.
Fine. Okay, we can go inside.
But I already got onto the ship, so because I was really excited.
That's fine.
And then I smoked a little drink root with you because you got on with me.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely stoked about smoking
Okay,
Drake.
is it
root with
warm
you
on the
guys.
ship?
Are you gonna get on a ship?
Yeah. They already went. Let's go.
All right, let's climb up. There.
Yeah.
Okay. Get on the
Yeah.
ship.
Okay, you walk into what you would assume would be the crew quarters. It's the like the top deck basically. That's all above deck for the crew quarters. It's in the back of the ship, and it's a decently adorned space. It's got like bunks and stuff like that. And when you walk in, you kind of catch a puff of smoke as you see both Sheev and Rothgar kind of sitting down, puffing, passing the pipe. So give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Just assume it's a 20 and just go.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Rothgar.
Ba-bam, 19.
Oh, golden. You're golden. No big deal. This is great. You're feeling good.
This is totally ridiculous.
You
Was that a
see,
succumb to, or was that a resilience to?
it was
roll?
he's not gonna have any ill side effects, so he's enjoying himself.
It's a hangover roll.
So he's
Okay.
it's actually an addiction
That's
roll.
exactly-
Is what it is.
Yeah, I
But-
get to enjoy it without being addicted to it.
Yeah. So you you're having a great time, and you see Sheev is quite impressed. Like he takes a couple of puffs, you take a couple of puffs, and he's impressed by how you're keeping him up. What do you guys do? You walk in on the
Basically, as chill as you were when we first walked in,
Yeah.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah. The quarters are nice. It's bunks. It's not dirty. There's no mold or anything. Anywhere.
Comfortable temperature
they
in
seem
there.
To have,
Is it warm there?
by some magical means, it is warm. Like there's no source of fire or anything like that. They've gone all out on these ships, like for kobolds.
Kobold's
Nice.
magic?
It's like the Cadillac of ships.
Nice.
Is there
I'm gonna
like
explore.
separate cabins or is it like a bunk room?
This crew area seems to be just a bunk room,
Okay.
Okay.
not separate
Before-
cabins. It's
before
like
you
one
guys-
big large room up on top of the deck. You guys haven't gone down below deck yet.
Before you
Oh,
guys
okay.
run off and do your thing, I want to check and see what your best traits are.
Is that
So
right?
we're gonna talk about stats.
Yeah, we're talking about stats because I want to put
Man the
these-
ship.
Yeah, I want
Once again, Monty Python. You know the intermission thing?
Yes.
Okay, so we got a charisma. Is there anybody with a lot of charisma?
+2.
Well,
So I only got a +1.
I have a
Get
+2.
my charisma is not on here, is it? In...
It's one of your main skills, and I
CHA.
think you're -1 charisma.
I would assume that
Kind of full of
your
yourself.
strength-
You know?
charisma.
So I'm so full of myself, I turn
Okay,
people
so-
off
yeah,
in some
yeah.
ways.
You're our
Charisma.
captain.
The Aviator Gamer.
What's your name? Zacchaeus?
No. Zariella.
Zariella. Combine his daughter's names.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Compare the two.
Good job. You're very
that's
good at that.
That's a +2. Okay, strength. I'm assuming you're
Probably this guy.
+3.
Rothgar.
+4.
Oh.
No, he needs a
-1.
+4.
These guns.
Okay. And that's Ragnarok.
Wait, what am I?
Ragnar.
Hrothgar.
Hrothgar. Hrothgar.
What am I, though?
Hrothgar.
You're the cannoneer.
You're the cannoneer. Yeah, with the guns.
Except you currently don't have any guns installed, so it's
Yeah.
more of a title than anything.
What about?
Semi-muscular man.
We got dexterity. Who has
There's
the best
one for
dexterity?
everything.
+4. You got +4. Everybody beat +4. All right. And your
Fila.
Fila.
F-E-L-A.
F-I-L-A.
What have you
Fila.
been drinking?
Like the shoe, bro.
Water. Fila. Okay. And a guy is going to be the shipwright with a +3. Unless anybody can be a +3 Constitution.
Dose. That's my second strongest.
Okay. Intelligent. I'm assuming my resident wizard over there. +3.
Yeah.
Bowen. You're the quartermaster.
Next to the quarters.
We got the surgeon. Is Solnar over here with a +4.
Wisdom.
Wisdom +4. And then we got a crow's nest, which I think all of us are taking, so
They're not.
that's all of us.
That's best man.
What is it?
Well, you'll have
That's the highest.
you have the crew of kobolds still. Like they're not leaving, so you'll have 7 kobolds to fill each of those positions as well to show you the ropes and train you. So you use your modifiers, and you won't roll with disadvantage because you have the kobolds there kind of instructing you. Is basically how it's going to go.
Awesome.
Okay. So
Awesome.
we all know our. You guys taking notes on this?
Quartermaster.
I'm gonna just take a picture of your page right there in a little bit.
I'm a cannoneer with no cannons.
There you go. Yeah, you're throwing stuff.
Wah, wah, wah.
You're throwing mushrooms and Drake
I'm not throwing any Drake root. Are you kidding?
They'll just
Alright,
get it.
so
and
what
go,
are you guys doing?
Oh, I don't want
You
to
got Sheev. Alright, so you go down below. There is basically an area for passengers, but it's not like a roomed area. It is hammocks kind of across the ship and designed for people to live there. It's not the nicest of quarters, but there's plenty of room for 10 people. And then, so you have that story. There's bathroom and stuff like that in there. And then on the very bottom story is basically just the cargo hold. So it's kind of like the bones of the ship, and then you could put cargo down there.
Is there anything in the cargo hold?
There's not currently anything. You saw them kind of taking things off.
Except for one
especially
case.
This ship.
2x2 box of Drake.
It hasn't been brought on yet, but there will be a 2x2 box of Drake root on there.
You missed.
8-hour journey.
I'll catch up.
You missed the Drake root time.
Okay. What are you guys up to?
I'm satisfied. I'm gonna get off and go back into town.
How far into?
Yeah, if
It's
it's
been like 20 minutes right now.
if it's still dumping snow, we'll probably be like, well, yep, we can do that. We can take this out later.
Yeah. Dumping
There's-
snow.
Yep, it's dumping snow. Let's go inside.
Fila?
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
Solar. And a guy. So it's just Sheev and this guy smoking Drake root. Everybody else is peacing out.
I guess so.
Yep. I'm gonna go to that store.
You should.
The danger store?
The
You're
danger
gonna learn
store.
something, I guess.
I'm gonna go
Going to the
that
danger
danger
Split the
store.
party's a bad
To the
idea.
danger zone.
He tends to murder you.
Okay.
Chris likes to kill people who leave the group. Just so you know. He
Sheev's
enjoys
been
it a lot.
nothing but nice. And
Technically, we left him.
Yeah, but I
Technically,
mean,
we left-
We're in a.
No.
just saying.
He inhaled. He left us.
We're in a village of people who love us, so I think.
Fear us.
Yeah,
They fear us.
Fear us and
Respect
Respect, a fearful respect.
it's a thankful, fearful, awe sort of deal that's going on. It's a weird combination of emotion.
That could be a mess.
So,
It's perfect.
so
Could
you
turn into a threat, though.
go to the danger store.
I go to the
danger
store
zone.
that says danger on it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Fireworks.
You
And so I walk up to the outside and just kind of stop and look it over carefully, and then walk in the front door unless you DM something else in there.
No, you can walk in the front door. You notice the storekeeper is actually there. He didn't leave or anything like that. And there is some weird stuff kind of all around. You see a bunch of pots, stuff like that, like throwable clay pots. You're not sure what's inside of them. You see sticks with live scorpions kind of tied around the end, and they're kind of like stabbing and stuff like that. You
Nice.
see cages filled with skunks. Like, it reeks to high heavens in here, and these skunks do not look very happy. You see baskets just with like these large millipedes kind of crawling around in them and stuff like that, just all over the place.
Okay.
Just seems
So,
like a whole, the
I'll look-
sign. You understand the sign. Like, this is
Yeah.
if one pin
Exactly
drops
the plan.
in this area, it is just going to be a powder keg.
Okay. So I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
look that cool while you're
look
playing.
for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna.
Because we got muscles over there, and I need to compare myself to them. Okay, we're good. Keep going.
I'm gonna look
Nifty
for like
Yeah,
a
be
weapon.
creative. Get a picture with the microphone.
Get a stool,
Like weapons.
and then from
Like-
above.
like
From the-
what's,
get some
what's in the,
scaffold.
what's in
I'm
the,
just
what's in
kidding.
the
I don't
the
care.
clay
I don't
pots
even
were
care.
throwable. Is that what you said?
Everything in here appears to be designed to
To-
be some sort of weapon.
Okay, I want to know about these clay pots. So it's
Okay.
like, excuse me, can you tell me what this is?
He
Like,
hits you with a clay pot.
He kind of smiles and he gestures for you to like take the lid off.
okay,
them.
so I kind of carefully lift the lid and
The acid that you could kind of see that got sprayed on all of these guys from the brood mother is in that pot. Like exactly like it. It's just a big old pot of acid.
Okay. And then,
Okay.
all right.
What about
So I close that back up and look around. I guess I'm looking for like, are there like swords or?
There's a stick.
There's a stick.
A scorpion on the end of it.
A scorpion.
It's a 5 foot long pole with a big old scorpion tied on
Okay.
it.
Oh, so we're not talking like a twig with a little scorpion. We're
No,
talking
no,
like
it's a 5 foot staff with
A
a
scorpion.
big old
So it's
scorpion.
an effing stick with an effing scorpion on it.
one scorpion?
A single scorpion, yes.
With its little stinger going.
So you're just
It's
walking
mad.
around with this.
I kind of sort of want one.
This is a live stage.
That's pretty cool.
Let's see. I guess I look at him and I ask, do you sell like medicine or no? Okay. Do you have any?
Kill!
Who's buying these things from you in this village, and what are they using?
No
them for?
sale. Just kill Krithik.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This
Way longer than I thought it was.
is my boomstick.
So I ask him like, if are these only for Kruthic, or can you use them on dwarves or fire?
You hear him.
giants?
You use whatever.
Okay.
Hero.
Stick it
So
in
how
somebody,
much
man,
is
they'll
the
die.
how much are the pots of acid?
Free. You hear him.
Okay. So I look at
That's what we get
it,
for killing all those NPCs.
and then how big are like? I'm trying to picture how big are they? Like, are they like big old pot or like
No,
a little
like
little clay
a small clay pot,
Blast stream.
like grenade size, basically.
Right,
Like,
right.
it's a grenade of
Okay.
acid.
I'm trying to think through the way to like
There's
carry
other stuff
that.
in here too,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because we went down.
I'm just trying to think. All right, so
and it's buzzing in here, like
Yeah.
loud buzz, uncontrollably loud buzz.
okay.
They have
Well,
bees in jars.
I'm gonna come back to these pots. Can you like show me what's making this noise?
Okay, he kind of smiles and he goes to the back of the store and brings out this burlap sack of just hell.
It's a sack
You
of
just see
weasels.
bugs going everywhere, and you know what's in there. You know it's wet wasps or bees or hornets or something like that, and it's just a burlap bag full of wasps.
There's nothing that can go wrong there. There's all
Yep.
kinds of safety.
Yep. I don't want anything to do with
We're not
that.
gonna
Thank
take that out of the
you.
airship.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Can you put it away? Back to these pots of acid. I think I'm
Sure.
gonna take.
You notice there's two
Me and a
colors.
pressurized
There is
film,
a
too.
there's a
Nothing can go
white
wrong there.
or a green one, and then there's a brown one. as
Of
well.
the bags of wasps or the
No, of the pots.
Oh, a white one and a green one.
A green one and a brown
A
one,
green one and a brown one.
and there's
What's-
also a black one.
Oh, okay. So I asked. So what's the difference between
As
the
you
the
kind of like
colors?
gesture to just even touch the red one, you notice his eyes get big and him like kind of jump out and try and stop you.
The red one.
Yeah.
There's a red one.
Or
So
the excuse me.
the
sorry.
black one.
Yes, the black one.
Oh. So what's in there?
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah. Don't open.
How
Instant.
can I? How do you carry it? How do you-
Careful.
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 Careful. Careful. All right. Do you have like a pouch that these things go into or anything?
Yeah, he goes into the back and it's like this belt basically, and it's got a 3 slot on this side and a 3 slot on that side.
I am totally taking that belt and I'm taking 6 of the black ones.
6 of the black ones. Okay, so if you wanna write it down.
All right. I don't even know what to call that.
I'll create it actually, and I'll put it in your inventory later.
Okay.
So,
And-
but just for your mindset, there are flasks of alchemist fire. They do 1d4 fire damage on each of the target's turns. So whenever that target comes, it's basically napalm in a jar. So it lights on fire instantaneously when you throw it, and it continues to burn.
Good.
They can do a dexterity check to try and extinguish the flame, and if they succeed, then the flame goes out.
Hot dang! I'm taking those,
Literally.
and I'll grab one of the sticks with a scorpion in the end.
Okay, you grab a scorpion stick. Awesome.
Do I owe you anything? Can I pay? Okay. All right. Wow. Thanks. And then I head back to the center where we met.
I
Chief.
immediately see these things. I'm like, where did you get those?
The danger zone.
How much were they?
Welcome to the danger zone.
They were free. You could.
There was a puff of smoke where my body used to be.
You give me a perception check. See if you can find the danger zone. Does anybody else want to go to the danger zone?
I'd rather find some sort of magic user or shop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Nobody else to the danger zone? Would you roll?
You all right?
It takes a little while. You get lost. You stumble over yourself. You try and speak to a bunch of commoners that don't speak common, and you basically just do like a full circle around, and you notice it was like the door over from where you started, and then you go in.
Perfect. All right. Hey, it took me a while to get here, but I'm here.
So we'll pause there since it took you so long to get over there.
Okay.
Let's see you guys track down like an arcane store if you would like.
That'd be cool.
Give me.
What is in an arcane store?
An arcane store.
The arcane, of course.
Arcane? Is it a nickel
That's right.
arcane?
Yes. Actually, it's a dime arcane.
Penny arcane?
Kind of like Grinkers.
What are you guys doing? Give me a roll. Give me a perception check. See if you guys can find these stores.
Perception. Man, I always can't remember where perception is.
14.
14. You see a store with some symbols that you recognize to be of some sort of arcane significance. You're not a wizard, but you know kind of what they are, and you're going around with Bowen, so you draw his attention to it, and you would know these symbols instantly to signify that this is a haven for arcane users, basically. And so, walk in.
You're an arcane user?
I'm a straight up wizard, son. Let's go in there.
Alright, so you guys head into the store. It's not the nicest of place. You see some of the materials that you would need for casting spells if you don't have some sort of focus. You see some gems and stuff like that for possible higher end spells. You also see some scrolls, that sort of stuff. And so there's all of those around. So whatever you want to look at.
So, because I don't think we're doing like materials and stuff for spells. I'm getting the impression we're not really.
Well, you have an arcane focus that you use,
Right.
And so that eliminates most materials. But for some of the more important spells in your arsenal, they say that they're consumed, and you actually have to have those materials. Your arcane focus doesn't replace that. And so, for instance, like resurrection spells, it says that it uses a 500 or a 1,000 gold piece diamond, and that's consumed, and so you actually lose that gemstone.
I see. So I have not leveled up enough to see any of those cool things yet. I see.
You probably have 1 or 2 of them right now that might use it.
I don't really
but
paid
don't know.
attention then. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then my focus is my spell book.
Yeah.
Is there like an upgrade for that, or there's
So
an
any
advantage
of
to have something else?
Scrolls that are available, you could purchase or you could get, and you could take that scroll and scribe what it says into your spellbook, and then you have access to that spell.
Right.
Permanently.
Right.
Not just once. But if you decide to use that scroll, then it kind of goes up in flames, and then that goes away. So if you decide to write it into your spellbook, you'll be able to use that for...
No, I get you. I just understand that there's different focuses. Is that there's actually the advantage of having a book for focus?
Yeah, you're good with the book, so that operates as what you need.
But I would like to look at the scrolls.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I walk around. I'm just trying to see if would anything react to the thing on my hand.
You don't
Just
seem to be
nonchalantly
sensing any sort of pull by what's going on with you. That doesn't seem to be a presence here at all.
Detect magic, just for fun. It's just everywhere. Just effing everywhere.
You guys have seen
Face melts.
Yeah, face melts. Indiana Jones, anything?
Okay.
Okay.
Any specific thing that you're looking for?
Oh, I guess that's up to
Spells?
me, isn't it? I know I don't have anything specific. I wouldn't even know what to look for. I'm just looking, I guess.
Okay.
Does the scorpion stick do damage?
I hope
Yeah,
so.
it does.
It'd be a waste of nothing if it didn't.
Where would a cleric go to get things?
The druid ring. Oh wait,
The cleric store.
The cleric
That's
store.
you.
Go to the cleric store.
The cleric store.
Try this.
You rolled a 1.
Yes, I rolled a 1.
Alright, while you're looking for spells.
Don't worry, I got you other 19 over here.
Yeah, What's that ours to get?
Alright, so you finally go to the danger zone. So you're asking for the stats on the scorpion on
I
the
was
stick?
just. It's not important at the moment, but I was just curious.
It's pretty important, actually.
We never fight anything when I'm here. Of course, I've been here twice. So.
Yeah. I just ask, is there anything for healer? Potions?
He shakes his head and is like,
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a store here that potions? Where?
he kind of points in the general direction of kind of like on the other side of town and around. So you're a bit off from the center. You go through the center and kind of the other side of town. That's what it looks like. He says, "Azits,
Azits?
azits,
Azits.
azits."
Okay. Gracias.
Yeah.
He
I go
kind
towards.
of looks at his butt. It looks back up and you're gone, and he is.
I go towards Azits.
So the scorpion on a stick does 1d6 or excuse me 1d4 damage, and then on a hit it must make a Constitution saving throw DC 9, taking 1d8 poison damage on a fail save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
Did you get all that?
Nope. On a hit, it must do what saving throw?
A DC 9 Constitution. Don't worry about it, and I'll actually get
Okay.
it put in as an item for you. I'll
Okay,
create
because
it.
I almost have it done.
Okay. Cool. So you go to Izit's.
Azits.
Are you doing anything after you notice that there's no like draw here?
Go smoke.
No. I'll just hang around.
Okay. You find any spells that you're interested in looking at there?
Yeah,
sir?
it's just so darn many. I don't know.
What are you looking at?
Spells.
Oh.
Dude, yeah, there's just... The list just goes on and on forever.
How far is the shop from the danger zone?
Danger zone. It's not too far.
I'll head over there and just walk through.
Danger zone. You see a
Continue.
fireball spell there. Are you interested
Continue.
in fireball spell?
Fire.
Yeah, we got fire bolt already. I got a fire thing already.
Not interested in 8d6. Gotcha.
Jeez, take
Roger that.
8d6.
I don't know what that means.
8d6 damage.
Is that good?
That's
Well-
a guaranteed 8 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Tell me more about this. We just talked about.
You
I rolled
recognize
terribly
it
8
as
times.
an extremely powerful 3rd level spell, so you're not quite good enough to use it yet. You don't have the movements quite down yet. However, you could write it into your book, and then later you'd be able to have access to it once you reach the proficiency required in order to cast this extremely potent, powerful spell.
I like it. Wrap it up. I'll take it.
Nice bow.
Yeah,
Gift wrap that.
Open it up and
Don't
kind of. It takes
fold
an
the
hour
spell.
to
roll the
transcribe
spell.
if you would like to do that.
I got the time. I ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Are you going to do it here in the shop, or are you going to go somewhere else?
Oh, let's take it back to the Chief's house.
Okay. You notice the shopkeeper just kind of like looking at you.
Oh, okay. This guy. How much for the fire ball?
Free.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Just looking at you.
I need to find a blacksmith.
Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
He
Plate
seems kind
armor
of scared
that
of you
weighs
a little
like
bit, but
nothing.
he kind of inquires about your arcane knowledge. See if you have anything that you could teach him from outside of what he has.
Teach him
Like one of my spells, or
Teach him
If
light.
you got some more cool tricks or
something I
anything
just.
like that, or he does seem a bit interested in what you have on your back as well.
Oh no! Stay away from that thing. Stay the hell away from that thing. No touchy. You do not want it. I promise you. Definitely a burden, not a gift.
He has a dark iron lock sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bad no sword.
I'll tell you what. Does he know the light spell?
He seems interested.
I'll teach him the light spell. That's an easy,
You
peasy way.
spend like 20 minutes with him, teaching him how to cast a light spell.
Make things glow, man. It's pretty cool.
He's pretty stoked. He's excited about what's going on in here. All right.
And Mage Hand just for fun. That and Mage Hand, I'm done.
All right.
We should see if he has any spells he recommends.
What do you recommend for spells, Mr. Lizard Man?
Well, we'll come back once you finish training.
Okay.
Once
Gotcha.
you finish training, you are high as a kite right now. You are to drool on yourself. Sir.
It's metagaming.
Okay. So where was I?
When I get back to Sheeves, no, he's gone and totally gone.
But now you walked in again, so you have to roll and see how.
No, I was gonna ask Sheev if there was a blacksmith in town, but
Yeah,
he's gone.
He's not there.
All right. Well, when I get back to the main,
Oh, we're running out of time.
whatever. Yeah. I'll just hang out.
Okay.
That's all right.
Fila's just been chilling at Sheep's place eating mushrooms.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just eating shrooms. Got it.
Am I feeling any pull in the danger store?
No.
Okay.
Nothing. It doesn't seem to be any sort of presence in this area about what's going on with
Presents.
Presents.
you. Yeah. You go to Isaac's.
do I
You
see?
notice the same clay jars. However, they're more pleasant colors than what was in. There's like a light green, a light red, that sort of stuff.
Mauve.
You give a whiff. It appears to be
Burns your
healing
nose hair.
potion of some kind.
Lavender.
Is that lavender? And I ask, I'm looking for potency.
Okay. He seems to think about the big word that you're using for a second, and kind of, and he kind of goes, and you see him grab off like the top shelf this one jar. It is encrusted in like bronze which is like the gold around here, basically, and it's just a clay jar, and he kind of hands it to you.
Sorry.
And it falls to the ground and shatters.
We're now buying a gun. Imaginary friend. You're 400 gallons of
That was good. So I'm like,
It's heavy as soon as he puts it into your hand.
okay. I was like, do you have anything to hold this?
He goes into the back and he brings out this really nice leather satchel
Genius.
and kind of hands it to you.
And I kind of just gotta pat him on the cheek. And put it in there.
Wow.
So, my people are very touchy.
You need
Cobalt
to
mating ritual.
put the gay one back up.
You
Cobalt mating ritual.
don't know what it is, your character, but just so that I don't forget for you to put it into your inventory, it is a potion of invulnerability. Gives you resistance
Does
to
anybody
all
feel like
damage
we're getting
for
set
1
up for a
minute.
big fight? This is like, running around in a game. And
This
picking
group
up all
often
this
forgets
ammo.
to look around and shop when we get to a settlement. So
Right, it's like after the war, going and picking up like, oh, you have a few nades over
Except
there.
this
Oh,
is-
look at that.
Except
It was
this is a
You
game,
can
so
look it up in DnD.
Oh, you have rockets!
Four,
Yes,
you
but
get obliterated.
It's immunity to all damage for 1 minute.
Okay. Do we only get one thing from these stores?
Huh?
Do we only get one?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, is there like a?
He's basically just giving you like the best thing that he has, though.
Okay.
Have a couple candy
you
bars
feel like
too.
a jerk, huh?
Okay.
Like this is the premium stuff. Like this is top shelf potion.
Okay.
Literally.
Like there's the top shelf. There's a shelf beneath it, but there's nothing on that. And then there's everything else.
Maybe you ought to give him something, even if it's a little something.
I don't know. I'm looking at him like, is there anything you want from me? Like, do you want me to pay for this?
Hero!
All right. At ease, young man.
Anybody? Anything else that wants to get done?
No.
All right.
Beauty rest.
Okay.
A lot of resting going on over there.
Then for exposition's sake, you guys all head back after doing all of your own stuff and getting what you want and need around the town and kind of getting a bit of awe and respect from the kobolds. You make your way back to the ship and rest for a night as you finish up your day's travel. You wake up the next morning to a clear, crisp morning. You heard footsteps throughout the night on the ship. If any of you goes down into the lower cargo hold, you will notice that your ship is loaded up with 3 weeks worth of crew rations. So one crew ration will feed the crew for an entire day. And so you have 3 weeks worth of that in the cargo hold. You have your 2x2 box of Drake root. So make sure somebody's writing this down so you guys know that you have it. Otherwise this is going to disappear into the oblivion.
So 2x2 box of Drake.
This would be
3 weeks of cruise rations.
This would be the quartermaster's job on a ship. I'm just saying.
All right. What do we got?
3 weeks, so 21 days of crew rations, which is enough to feed the crew. Remember, you do have 2 crews currently on the ship because you have yourself and the kobolds, so that'll be just a week and a half's worth of rations for everybody. You have the 2x2 box of Drake root, which, depending on how often you smoke it, will vary how long it lasts.
Why is everybody looking at me?
Each of you notice, although none of you really were interested, except for our good friend Ruthgar, has a nice pipe laid on their bed for smoking the Drake root, if anybody's, or anything else really. They are just nice, carved in the shape of a dragon head, as a parting gift. There is cannonballs placed. You have 2 tons worth of cannonballs that you can use, and the guy who kind of brings them on, he takes a long time, one at a time, but he says,
No cannon, but drop. Boom. Works good. Good.
So is that 2 tons of the 10-ton limit that we can take in cargo?
huh?
Is that
Yeah, yeah,
Cut
yeah.
it
Oh,
in
yeah.
cargo.
Yep, so you have 2 tons of cannonballs, which is about 100 cannonballs. And that's what they've loaded you guys up with.
Kind of feels like a Final Fantasy turn.
I know. As soon as I heard the airship, I was like,
The airship with
said there were
cannonballs
I
and
heard the music
Huh?
on
Said there were
Final
pipes
Fantasy.
on
Yeah,
Fly
they're
around?
smoking. Each you have a nice carved pipe on each of your beds.
Cool.
And Sheev kind of says,
Come back soon. Yes, a few weeks. Bring the crew back and welcome anytime. Trade, no matter what. Always welcome here. Stay long as you want. We have places for you. Thank you, you heroes. Heroes. We build monument for you next time. Yes, it'll be big, very big.
all right.
I walk up to him and I hold my hand out.
he
Spits
shakes
it.
your hand,
And he says, Tell kobolds you see of us that safe place, and if you can offer travel, we pay. We give you money to bring kobolds if they wish to come.
Cool,
All
baby.
right.
I can go with that.
Cool, baby.
Is there anything? What if these kobolds seem a little hostile to us?
Ah, yes. Tell them, Cuttlemac smiles on you.
Curdle Mac.
Curdy.
Oh, curds? Shoot. I know that guy.
And they should offer you safe travel if nothing else. Yes? Good?
Yes.
Yes, good.
And then I reach in and I give him a hug.
again a bit awkward, but he accepts said hug. And the other ships at this point have already left, probably to carry other passengers and cargo.
Did we do
but-
the service for Olgar yet?
Huh? Oh
No, we
yes,
didn't.
they did not. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. That
very
needs to get
important.
done. Yeah. So we'll say before you guys go to bed the night beforehand, a nice service is prepared. They have a plot set outside in the caldera, or and so people kind of go outside to show their respects. Basically, the whole town shows up to celebrate one of the heroes that fell, saving their little village. And
He's gonna have
a
a
nice
statue.
ceremony is
Good.
performed, and you see the sign of Kurtulmak drawn on above his grave, and without anybody's interaction, it kind of swirls around and moves and kind of disappears into the cosmos, if you will, as the chanting of the kobolds begins to subside as they send his spirit off into the next life.
Oh, that's nice.
All right.
Okay.
And that is
Where do we want to go?
That is the end of our session
All
for
right.
tonight.
Home.
We will discuss what happens next and what you guys go do and where the ship takes off to next time.
All right.
Thanks everybody for coming and joining us. I hope you had a fantastic time. I certainly know I did. I'm excited to see what happens next. Not as much action and killing this time around, but
we had plenty
I feel
last
like the opportunity to rest and to recuperate and to get some new awesome things is quite exciting. And I hope you all thought so too. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time 2 weeks from today. Yes? Yes?
I hope so.
2 weeks from today.
No.
Sounds like
No,
sounds
for you?
like
no,
enough
that's
date.
when we're leaving.
No,
Sounds
that's
like
next weekend. Next weekend is when we're leaving.
Next weekend is when we're leaving.
Next week is over there.
Totally is.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
And the next weekend is the first weekend of November.
Yes.
The weekend we
Yes.
Oh. I may not be here.
Oh, there's a
Yeah,
youth
for
event
me,
that night.
The
That
third.
Friday.
Okay,
Second?
we can
Second.
try the week after because
Yeah.
I'm also on call.
3
on
weeks.
Friday.
I'm
3
going on
weeks.
the 9th.
3 weeks. You're gone on the 9th?
You're always gonna be gone at
No,
some
that
day.
is literally the only Friday in the entire month of November that I'm gone. Literally the only
Then
Friday.
you'll have an opportunity to take part in one of those special sessions that I was talking about earlier.
There you go. I've heard the special sessions are pretty magnificent.
Okay.
Nuh-uh.
Cool. Alright. Well, good night, everybody. Enjoy yourself.
Bye. Thanks everyone for hanging out.
Keep your eye out for us streaming the Division, killing lots of things,
Yeah.
having a great time.
Good.
Lots of
It's
records.
good fun.
We'll be doing something tomorrow, so.
Lots of good fun.
Nighty night.
Good night.
Good
Bye-bye,
night.
buddy. I hope you find your dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.